We are live. We are live. What is up and what is going on, everybody? Happy Friday to everyone. We're about to be getting into this thing. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Yes, it is true that Kim Kardashian admitted that Kanye West was right. Y'all know we defend fathers over here. We believe that fathers knows best. Fathers knows best. And that it was an ongoing thing when Kanye was, having his breakdown, so to speak. Everybody was calling him crazy, but he was saying some stuff that wasn't crazy, but everybody was calling him crazy. And he was one of the things that he was saying is that he didn't want his daughter to be on TikTok. He didn't want his daughter to be used by social media. He didn't want any of that stuff. Lo and behold, the way things have ultimately played out with the daughter being on there. She on there with Ice Spice. For those who don't know, I had to look up, figure out who this person is. She's just like the next up and coming Cardi B type rapper. She's doing TikToks with this chick. Kanye West has issue with that. He was saying we got to keep her off of that because she's going to become she's basically going to become the next thing. As early as 16, when she becomes 16, 17, as soon as she gets slightly old enough, as soon as a little bit of her body start filling out a little bit, she's going to be that next thing. Kanye West was trying to protect his daughter from being that. Little did he realize that that's all a part of the plan. That's exactly what Kim Kardashian wants it to be. They got to pass that banner on. Even if it means taking one for the team, just like Kim Kardashian had to take one for the team, had to do a sex tape to put the family name on the map. But we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. I got a number of things lined up for you today. So let's get ready to go. Let's strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
All right. making it back to my seat late. What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to the early bird squad. Those are making in bright and early. Before we even get things started, Janice Vale in the building. Shout out to you. Donnie Draco in the building. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you. Shout out to Logan. JJ, happy Friday. He says, I have a feeling this is going to be a great show. Hit the like button because it's free $99. Yes, the likes cost free $99. So go ahead and exercise that like button. Little Rock in the building. Shout out to you, Deacon Dave in the building. Jay's Random Mess channel. I don't even know how you have your YouTube name be in the different font like that. Huh, interesting. The Mac the Trucker in the building. Shout out to you, Jennisville. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. My last show with the barn burner was a doozy. I definitely loved it. Shout out to BGS, who a lot of y'all have chosen to dislike for some of y'all for irrational reasons, just because y'all like to dislike people. So there's some people that have some legitimate disagreements with them. But some of y'all just like to wake up and find a different black man to hate every day. So that's what and BGS is the next one on the chopping blocks, I guess. But no, shout out to BGS. He didn't do a follow-up stream or nothing, but he did he did a stream to yes, you, Demector Trucker. Yes, you. I'm talking about you. No, he did a real good stream when he was giving his take on Dr. Umar Johnson going King Kong, Captain Simple Sphere, saying it don't matter if she disrespect you. You don't got right to disrespect her because she's the queen of the community. BGS went in. BGS went in and went ham on that. So shout out to BGS, and I gotta give him respect. He come on here. He come on here. I don't think I've ever been on his show. He comes up here. He walks into the gauntlet, and there was a panel full of Negroes that disagree with him. He walks right into an ambush. So gotta give respect for that. Sora C says right, like what the F is up with that? No, it's a trend, it's a thing going on in this space. I like a good amount of healthy disagreement that we can have with each other, that people can have with each other in this space and debate the ideas, the talking points, the thoughts, views, perspectives, and all of that. I like that. But some people, it's just going after people in this space just becomes just a national pastime. It just becomes a national pastime. So it's just so I'm no fan of that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on into it. Got a number of topics on the table today. Let's go.
Considered fake that is acceptable. What can a man have that's considered fake that is acceptable?
Teeth. You
Teeth.
can have fake teeth.
Fake teeth.
Yeah.
What else?
Fake,
Jewelry.
oh no.
Girl, let me find out that Jacoby got a fake rollie on. He got, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Yo,
It's hard being a dude out here.
Why you have to have it fake? Just don't wear it.
What else?
Y'all heard that one? y'all heard the utter and outright nerve.
It is what it is.
Yo,
it's hard being a dude out here.
Why you have to have it fake? Just don't wear it.
What else?
That's really all.
That's it. Now come on with it. It's a chick that she can have a weave.
A chick sitting there with a bunch of makeup on, 10 pounds of weave. Probably got all kind of, I haven't seen her stand up, probably got all kind of other fake accessories. He's asking her a good question, mind you. What can a man have that's fake that y'all will accept? I'm shocked he came up with something. She said teeth. They okay with you getting some fake pearly whites put in there. They good with that. But other than that, no. It is not a thing on a woman's body that's not subject to be fake. No matter what it is. Some of them even shave with little eyebrows they got off, and they draw new eyebrows on. Everything from hair, eyebrows, eyelashes. I'm just working my way down. Contacts. Everybody don't go get a nose job, but that can get done, and they good with that. Lips get collagen, get filled out. Like I've made it from head to chin, and I've named like 7 things: hair, eyebrows, eyelashes, eye contacts, fake nose, fake mouth. All of that is acceptable. He's asking, what's the one thing a man can have that's fake on him and it be accepted? He can't even have a fake Tommy Hilfiger. He rock a fake Tommy Hilfiger shirt. Like, ain't no Tommy Hilfiger. That's a Ronnie Real nigga. That ain't no Tommy Hilfiger. He done. He done. But the audacity, listen, that's why I'm so glad that men are just creating their own stuff. Now Cam Newton, yeah, you know, I be lightweight hating on the pro athletes that get into the podcast business when their careers start winding down. Let us have the podcasting business. Y'all using y'all millions of dollars y'all made playing football, sitting there, you know, got a $1 million studio set up and everything, just stunting on us, you know, can fly out all your celebrity friends and just, you know, you got the most popping podcast on the internet in 3 weeks, you know. So they cheating. They cheating the game, but it is what it is. But the Johnny Gill figure. No, I like that Ronnie Real nigga. the fake Tommy Hill figure. Get you rocking you a Ronnie Real nigga. It ain't in white, blue, and red like Tommy Hill figure. That shit is red, black, and green. God damn it, Ronnie Real nigga. Fuck you thought. But anyway, he doing the damn thing. He capitalizing on the Kevin Samuels fresh and fit thing. Bring some women on, talk to some women, and talk about relationship stuff. Then he mix in talk about some social issues, and then mix in a little sports. Bring in some of his athlete buddies and whatnot. You know, it's a nice production. It's a nice thing that they got going on. You said they passport broing the podcast game. I don't even get how they passport broing the podcast game. I don't get the reference there. So Rasheed say they only care about the outside appearance. They don't care about what's inside you. That's why they walk around like pretty grave sites. Oh my goodness. Pretty grave sites. That's a good one. Shout out to that one dude. He was a simp. But he said the nation of Wiglam when he came on my show. I was like, God damn. Like some people be coming up with some doozies. So Rasheed says the main question to ask Bernard is how long can they do this? Could they go as long as the content made here? If they're good at it. If they're good at it. And some people are naturally good at it. Shannon Sharp is good at, well, I mean, we saw him on First Take, but he do his show, and I think he's good at it. But at the end of the day, they rich. They rich, bitch. They got a team. They got a staff. They just show up and sit down in the chair, and they just have some cue cards of what they're generally gonna talk about. They got a whole they got somebody who booking the interviews, flying people out, doing all the things, setting the stage for what's going to be discussed, the questions that they're going to ask, and then all they got to do is just be there, you know, just bring their personality to the table. Like it's an easy game. It's an easy game, you know. It's when all you're doing is just showing up, sitting in the chair, and just being yourself, and you don't got to do none of the extra work behind the scenes. You know, when people talk a lot about, you know, Pearl and her whole production she got going on. She I got you. Yeah, they cheating the game. Okay, I got you. I got the reference now. Talk about, you know, Pearl. She got how she basically run a show similar to what the rich celebrities doing. Yeah, she got a whole team of people working for her doing everything else. You just got to show up, sit in a chair, and have some questions ready to go. So yeah, in that sense, yeah, they can keep it going. And if they fall off or if they get tired of it, it'll be another retired athlete hopping on it. Draymond Green trying to get his podcast game on. It's always gonna be somebody. It's always gonna be somebody. But yeah, they cheating the game. But I respect it. No hate here. But he asked this chick a damn good question. What can a man have on him that's fake that y'all will accept? I named 7 things that women have on them, and I started with the top of the head, made it to the chin. I named 7 things.
What can a man have that's considered fake that is acceptable?
Oh, teeth. You
Teeth.
can have fake teeth.
Fake teeth.
Yeah.
What else?
Fake,
Jewelry.
oh no.
Girl, let me find out that Jacoby got a fake rodeo. He got, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Yo,
It's
like-
hard being a dude out here.
Why you have to have it fake? Just don't wear it.
What else?
The audacity. The audacity.
That's really all.
That's it. Now come on with it. It's a chick that she can have a weave, you can have fake eyelashes, you can have makeup on. That face is beat, but it ain't yours. You can have fake titties.
I don't like how if a man is not too hard or if he's not too rah-rah, not every man is like, oh, tough and did it. Like, they can dance, they can smile and laugh and joke around. That's what I don't like. The world is so, like, serious
and
yeah.
sensitive.
That was a bad edit. I shouldn't even play that last part. Maybe it was a bad edit, or she just dodged the question completely. It was one or the other, but I didn't hear shit get addressed. She said, if it's fake, just don't wear it. Like I said, fake hair, they can have fake eyebrows, draw on their eyebrows, fake lashes. If they got the money, they can get a fake nose, go get some collagen, put in there. You know, and obviously we understand what they do with their titties. The BBL, the getting the fat sucked out their body, getting the fake ass, the whole works. Like, we can name like 10 different things fake on them at any given moment. She had the audacity to sit there, the wigdacity to sit there and say, if it's something fake, then just don't wear it. Just don't put it on. Yes. That she said that. But anyway, moving right along. Shout out to Cam Newton. He actually doing a fairly fair. He doing solid work over there. He doing solid work over there. But moving right along. Now, some of you may remember when I covered. Remember I covered that couple. Well, by couple, I couple. I don't know what to call. I don't know what to call it. But it was basically like a poly couple where it was one woman and multiple men. These people actually was on Satan the Sinner, debating and arguing with him one time. And, I talked about them. I covered them before. And this, basically this average at best chick got 2 live-in boyfriends. Y'all can see them. 2 live-in husbands. Y'all can see them right there. One dude to the right of her, the other dude to the left of her. Y'all can see that right there. Like, that's what's going on. But apparently, see, at first they were saying 2 live-in husbands. Now they're saying she got a husband and a boyfriend. But now apparently this chick has moved in another dude. Like, these dudes is that compromised. Some people got the audacity to try to call the black manosphere the simposphere. Whereas I laid out in my last show, we actually killed the simposphere. I heard Ace Metaphor complaining about it, that simp content don't get the views that it used to get. He's like that talking shit about women, holding women accountable content get all the views. I actually found a clip of him saying that. Because like we've dunked on the simposphere. We killed the simposphere, the real simposphere. And now here we are. But here we are. Like, when you want to find the real simp and the real compromised men, look no further than shit like this, though.
Very cool. All right.
Oh my God! Baby!
Those are 2 live-in dudes, and this is just some other dude that she so happy to see. But one of them, keep in mind, was married to this chick first, and then she moved another dude in the house, and then that dude essentially had to get out of the master bedroom, had to get it, he basically had to get his own, his own little spot, his own little bed, so to speak, and he got in a separate room, He He got a twin bed with like some Star Wars sheets and pillowcases in a separate room when the other dude moved in. Now, I guess this the next dude she moving in. Like, it's dudes out here that compromise, and a part of me do want to say live and let live. If them dudes in the most suspect way possible is willing to be sitting there sharing a chick like that, oh well. A part of me do feel like that, but at the same time, they're not looking okay with it. Like, look at them and how they react to it when she got giddy when the new dude came around. Look at how they reacted to it.
Very cool. All right.
Oh my God, baby!
Like, they sitting there mad and heartbroken, but still staying with this chick. They still staying with this. Why are they there? Why are they there? What kind of weird conditioning must you be under to accept something like that? Because I first looked at it from the perspective of, oh, they gay, that's what it is. But now, no, they looking, man, they looking sad and shit.
Come in. I'm so glad to see you. You look awesome.
It'll be my first time meeting David. Not sure what to expect.
Hey.
David.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Carl.
What's happening?
Man. Years.
Almost a decade, you know what I'm saying? Come on,
And
man.
this is Tiger David.
How about you, man? Man? You on the same damn height? Almost.
The brotherhood is together. No, just playing. Have a seat. Let me take your belt.
She wasn't just playing. Talking about the brotherhood is together. She's so happy and giddy. Got all her compromised men under the same roof. She just absolute joy, just jovial. This is the happiest day of her life.
Bag.
You know, Kenya was very giddy, and we haven't really seen her in that state in a while. Kind of like tripping over herself.
Puts me a little on edge because I'm suddenly being moved out of Kenya's bedroom just as another person is suddenly coming back into her life.
Now, yeah, I heard what he said right there. He's being moved out of her bedroom just as another person is coming back into her life. I think he was the original. He was the OG. The first dude came and then moved him out. And then now another dude is coming, moving him out. Or he moved the original dude out, and now somebody else is moving him out. And they okay with it. They just move over into now they're gonna be in bunk beds with, they're gonna be like step brothers. They're gonna have their Star Wars sheets in the kids' room, bunk beds. That's what they about to be doing. They legit about to be doing that. Somebody said no, he's second. Yeah, that's what I meant. The dude with the dreads was first, and then he moved in and moved that dude out, and then the other dude came in, and the other dude came in and is now moving him out. Now, you saying is this as actually real? No, I actually know somebody who you know, who's been on my show. Well, actually from my hometown. You know, he's actually yeah, he said he knows them. Like, they are real people. That's a real thing. He said that the show does take some creative liberties and try to make some, you know, they try to make some things seem like that is not what it is. You know, but at the end of the day, the three men sharing a woman, that part is not fake. He said the show does take a few creative liberties on some stuff, or they just try to spin certain narratives. But the main meat of it, no, that's for real. And that's actually what the fuck it is. It's actually what the fuck it is. Like, the shit is wild. The shit is wild out here. Moving along before we get to the main topic.
To get your girl porn.
Now, this is a clip from Fresh and Fit. I hope Pablo's still here. It says, meet the first lesbian passport sister. This chick is a lesbian or bisexual or whatever the hell. That's what this chick is. Now listen Listen to what she's saying here.
Spend time in America trying to date and stuff like that. It's like the dating pool, it has piss in it. Everybody knows. So I knew I wanted to go travel to South America anyway. And I went to a nightclub one day. I saw a pretty girl that was cleaning the club, and I'm like, she shouldn't be cleaning this club. The effort that goes into finding a woman of value outside the country is a lot less than finding a woman of value in the country. The stuff that we learn here and do to each other in America, they don't even know what that is over there. It's kind of like going back in time to like the 50s where things weren't so jacked up, where masculine and feminine could just be masculine and feminine.
Okay, it's a first, dude. And even bisexual girls are leaving the U.S.
Isn't that interesting? That a bisexual chick who's out looking to date women is observing the same thing and drawing the same conclusion and passporting it up. Isn't that interesting or ironic? Just a bit. Just a bit, yeah. Lesbian women can't stand these women here either. And found out that it's easier dealing with women in another country. And she did it in full masculine male provider mode. She's like, I saw her cleaning up at that club and said, baby, you don't need to be here working in this club. You know, like I take care of you. You know, and she did it on that type of energy. She did it on that swoop you up, change your life. I change your life type of energy. Yeah, prophet of passport lesbos. Yeah. Yeah, they out here. They out here on the same
to
shit.
get your girl porn.
One, I've spent time in America trying to date and stuff like that. It's like the dating pool, it has piss in it. Everybody knows. So I knew I wanted to go travel to South America anyway. And I went to a nightclub one day. I saw a pretty girl that was cleaning the club, and I'm like, she shouldn't be cleaning this club. The effort that goes into finding a woman of value outside the country is a lot less than finding a woman of value in the country. The stuff that we learn here and do to each other in America, they don't even know what that is over there. It's kind of like going back in time to like the 50s where things weren't so jacked up, where masculine and feminine could just be masculine and feminine.
Okay, it's a first, dude. And even bisexual girls are leaving the U.S.
She bringing up the 50s and traditionalism and all kind of shit. It's getting that goofy out here. It's getting that goofy out here. Unfortunately, with this clip, the zoom in cannot get zoomed in anymore. Like that's literally as good as it get, but you want it zoomed in. You want to see if you're feeling her or not. You want to see if you're feeling her or not. She's basically saying she's the masculine leader in a relationship. Okay. So I didn't even bother to even try to look at what she looked like. What she looked like mattered to me not. It did not matter to me. You know, talking about over there, they have a clear understanding of what's masculine and what's feminine and what's this and what's that and blah, 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 blah. But wait a minute. No, that was a black chick talking. I'm pretty sure that was come on now. That was a black chick talking.
Clean this club. The effort that goes into
you need glasses.
finding a
You
woman
can't
of
tell which
value
one talking. You need glasses. You can't tell which one talking. That's clearly a black chick talking.
Outside the country is a lot less than finding a woman of value in the country. The stuff that we learn here and do to each other in America, they don't even know what that is over there. It's kind of like going back in time to like the 50s where things weren't so jacked up, where masculine and feminine could just be masculine and feminine.
Now, the irony in that, you know, we as men can claim victory on this one. Like, aha, see, we told y'all. This is what we've been saying. But at the same time, how a chick that's sitting there on some masculine chick trying to use her masculine energy to pick up a foreign chick who she saw cleaning up in the club on some you don't need to be cleaning this club up type of shit. You don't need to be working here cleaning this club. You can come work for me and clean up my house. You know, you can come, you know. But she's sitting there saying, well, in previous times when masculine could be masculine and feminine could be feminine, you are the example of what's not in line with current times. Like she is the exact example of that, you know? She's all deep up on her masculine shit. She's all deep, like, so it's like, so that's why part of me is like, her saying it is interesting, but a part of me do feel like, are you just parroting talking points? Because that doesn't apply to you. You like you're the beneficiary and full participant, the spokesman and the client of this binary masculine feminine shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't. So it's like she can't say, well, it was different times back then. It's like, huh? It's like it's like no. So it's like, it's interesting, we like, okay, high five, thank you for saying the same stuff we've been pointing out, but really, that's kind of what I'm on with that one. That is kind of where I'm at with that one. But moving right along. Now,
It's really a lot going on. He's doing a lot.
now, real quick, I gotta touch on this one very briefly. Got to touch on this one very briefly. I included this in one of my other shows, the full story of everything that's going on with Russell Simmons, how he had the Father's Day from hell, and they put, like I said, they posted no evidence that he was doing all the crazy stuff they were saying he was doing. They posted a video of him yelling, and they said, this is what it's like dealing with him. He's always yelling, and he's crazy. He's crazy. That's what they did. That's what his daughter did. If y'all can see her up in the upper right-hand corner of that screen. Somebody who did the lip reading, because I was waiting on somebody who's good at reading lips to figure out what he was saying. Because I was like, you can't say that look at how crazy he is in this video without showing the words that were coming out of his mouth or the words that was coming out of your mouth. So I was waiting for a lip reading person to show and prove something, so we could see what the hell was going on. And so somebody did what I assessed to be a decent job at reading some lips, let us know what was being said, and at least in one part of the video that they posted of him yelling and going crazy. And here it is.
Okay, y'all, it's really a lot going on. He's doing a lot of yelling, but we were able to make out the end of this video. He says, I'm broke. She stole everything. And that's really all we got right now. Bye.
And that is why this man is tripping. That is why this man is tripping. That's what I said when I covered it, that all of this is stemmed from him still stupidly being business entangled with his ex-wife, who got a new husband, who now got his hands in Russell Simmons' business. The new husband got in some embezzlement, money laundering stuff, had like $4 billion entangled up in some weird stuff, and he needed to pull some money from somewhere to pay for his stuff to keep his ass out of prison. He stole some of Russell Simmons' money, shares, stocks, whatever. He stole his shit, basically. But Russell Simmons tried to sue them, but he couldn't win the lawsuit. Why? Because again, he fucked up and had the shit positioned and set up in a way to where Kimora had control over assets to where she could technically do that. But that's why he's on some, they stole my shit. Here's why he's saying, I'm broke. Don't ask me for nothing. I'm broke. They stole everything, or she stole everything. And now the daughters is mad at him, siding with him, and he's like, man, that's why he's scorched earth and going off on that. Fuck all y'all. Y'all gonna disrespect me and side with your mama on this shit, and she got her new husband, and they stealing from me some shit that I built. That's why he going ham. And that's why they mad, because, whatever he was to them, being the financier of everything, he can't be that no more. Like they got him on tape saying he broke.
Make out the end of this video. He says, I'm broke. She stole everything. And that's really all we got right now. Bye.
Yeah. They stole his shit. And he pissed off. I was looking at that with saying to myself that he got every goddamn right to be as pissed as he want to be. He got every goddamn right to be as pissed as he want to be. But all right, let's get into the main topic. But before we do,
welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Make sure y'all subscribe to Machismo TV. Some of my regular moderators that actually moderate are not here today, so by all means, somebody drop the link in the chat room to Machismo TV. Somebody drop the link in the chat room for me. I got plenty of moderators. Only a couple of y'all actually moderate, so I need somebody, my actual moderators. Not too many of them here. But if somebody with a wrench would very kindly drop the link to Machismo TV, because Hood saying you should drop their links. Well, to see, I have issues. Okay, it's gonna take me forever to find it, and going to be too long. Not too ever to find it, but it take me a long time to type shit in. See, I just got it typed in, just got it clicked on. Boom, boom, pow. See, I was trying to do it in a seamless, don't stop the show kind of way. But there's the link to Machismo TV. See, and Eric Bird beat me to the punch right there. Shout out to Eric Bird. I was trying to do it. I like to do it in a don't stop the show kind of way. But the link is in the chat room to Machismo TV. Make sure you go and subscribe to them. They drop a fresh one every night at midnight. Basically, it live streams all through the night. And yeah, definitely want to go and check that out. It's basically just highlight reels and clips from everybody in the manosphere, really. Everybody in the manosphere adjacent. All the clips. But all right, now let's get into the main topic. Let me make sure that I ain't got nothing else, none of the preliminary stuff. Did I miss anything? All right, let's go. All right. Now, as you see in the main topic, it says Kim Kardashian admits that Kanye West was right. What was Kanye West right about? He was right, as most fathers are right. I remember it was a Chris Rock joke that says, as a father, your goal is to keep your daughter off the pole. That's what you got to do. You got to keep your baby off the pole. That's what you got to do. If your daughter grow up and become a stripper, you failed as a daddy. You go to a strip club, you're seeing the daughters of a bunch of failed fathers. The Chris Rock joke was something like that. Now, Kanye West understanding the power of this social media, the power of the entertainment business, and he's understanding that him and his wife, Kim Kardashian, basically took the slings and arrows, got themselves rich and successful. So, our children don't have to do that. Our children don't have to participate in that. I've heard football players say that about their sons. Like, look, I played football so you wouldn't have to. It's a lot of stuff, them concussions. A lot of them players be going crazy later in life after all them concussions. It was like, look, man, this is, I got this money I can invest in. You could do anything, but that football stuff, you You ain't gotta go and put your brain through all that trauma, clucking helmets with people all this time, and then it's like, well, go watch the movie Concussion if you want to know what I'm talking about. A lot of NFL players be committing suicide, and they be like sweeping it under the table because their brain be messed up after all that clucking heads, or for 12 years. They're like, hey, son, I did this so you won't have to, and your kids won't have to. All right. That's what Kanye West is on, and Kanye West is right. Now, what are you looking at right here on the screen? What you are looking at is Ice Spice. Now, if you don't know who Ice Spice is, because I didn't really know who she was, even though I would see her images, I would see her pictures up from time to time, but she is essentially the like the new Cardi B type, rapper. That's what she is. That's what Ice Spice is. Let me pull up her gram real quick. Let me pull up her gram, because I know we old niggas. We don't know who these new kids are. We don't know who these youngins are. D is saying she's next. She's another. The Mac Trucker saying another thought rapper. Another thought rapper. Yeah, that's essentially what she is. The new wave of rapper / stripper. IG thought / rapper. Like that's what they do. And that's what she is. That is exactly what she is. Now I got her gram up here just for the old niggas. For the old niggas who don't know who she is, like me. I didn't know who the hell she was. But she's like she's like that the new thing. She's the new thing. This is her in why is that so small and you can't see it? Hold on. Let me make this, see if I can make this better. I hate when Instagram does this. Yeah, there you go. See, that's her to the left right there with Nicki Minaj. They did a song together. They was actually trying to repeat WAP. They was trying to top WAP, but it didn't work. They was trying to make their own version of WAP. I mean, I guess it's a hit, but it ain't it ain't do numbers like WAP. But that's essentially what she is. Look, let me make it clear. I ain't got no problem with a chick, that if she's in the there, look at that one right there. Somebody come look at this. Oh, that's just an animated picture. I ain't got no problem with a chick thoughting it up. No problem with a chick thoughting it up. But if you got a daughter, that ain't, your job as a father is to keep your daughter clear of all of this. That's all. That's your job as a father. Your job as a father is to not for this chick right here to be your daughter's role models. That's your job as a father. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. But if y'all could tell what y'all was seeing in this image right, this is Kanye West's daughter to the right, dressed up like the Ice Spice chick. That's what's going on there. But your job as a father, especially one who's in the industry, is to keep your daughter from being harmed or in any way, shape, or form by this industry. That's your job. That's what you do. Right here, what you're looking at here. This is her and Nicki Minaj having a twerk session. That's her and Nicki Minaj having a twerk session. Now, keep in mind, I'm not that dude who about to sit there and say, how dare these chicks be wiggling their ass in a way that turns me on. No, I like it. Do your thing. However, if your daughter got a social media, the last thing you want is for her emulating this shit. Now, what happened? Now this is what happened. Let's let's get into what really went down.
North West proves she does TikTok better than everyone with a little help from Ice.
Now, this is the Ice Spice chick, the new Cardi B twerk Insta thought / rapper chick, doing a TikTok link up with Kanye West's daughter. And Kanye West was saying we got to keep her out of this shit for good reason. Donnie Draco saying, is Nicki Minaj too old for this? You never get too old nowadays. No, it's no too old nowadays. Janet Jackson is older than the Crypt Keeper, and she's sitting there tongue kissing 21-year-old boys on stage. You don't get too old for it nowadays. All right. That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. All right. Shout out to Sir Tyson the building, the first one coming through, putting something on it. Do appreciate you. Do appreciate you. Where's my do do doom 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 boom boom do 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 doom. Thank you for putting 5 on it. It says, Bernie, part of being a kid in the industry is being involved in all the decadence. It's par for the course. Baphomet wins again. I don't even know what that is. Baphomet wins again over most heads. Yeah, you over my head with that Baphomet reference. But thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. But that's what happened. That's what happened. The chick that, that does twerk sessions with Nicki Minaj. The chick that does the twerk sessions with Nicki Minaj, that got a hit song out with Nicki Minaj, is also linking up with Kanye West's daughter on TikTok.
Spice.
It's really fun to see.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's 9-year-old daughter teamed up with the musician, creating not one, not two.
Now, sometime after that link up or whatever, hold on, what they made, hold on.
But 3 TikToks together.
Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna romp. Big boobs in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend.
Yeah, I don't know how well y'all can see it, but she did have a little part in it when she had to turn her ass around to the camera too.
I don't know what's gonna top that.
Well, then
but again, we're talking about the mom who launched her career off a sex tape. We're talking about the mom who launched her career off of a sex tape.
Think about shit that I should've known.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
Now, Kanye West was right. And that's why I got it in the thumbnail. Kanye West was right. Now, sometime after the fact, Kim Kardashian, in, a moment of clarity or public backlash, has had to, do some damage control where she admitted that, yes, the crazy dad, the crazy black dad who you said words are going to harm. She actually said, I didn't do no content on this, but she said that the words of Kanye West, what he said about, the the funny mustache man, what he said about the Jews and all that, Hitler and everything like that. She said his words are going to harm her more than my sex tape. Now, we don't talk about that, how that we in a world where like the whole it's nothing. The culture and everything is moved to the point to where it's literally nothing they can do at this point that's going to affect or hurt them career-wise or reputation-wise. Even if they had a reputation of not thotting it up, if they get caught thotting it up or they do something thotty, then just go that direction and you're going to make more money. It's like, so it is what it is. Like that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. But she's going to admit that Kanye West was right. Let me roll the tape.
Plug in and listen to on the way to school, and North was listening to Ice Spice. And I didn't know who that was at the time. And I was like, this is the moment where I feel really old, where my daughter is now teaching me what's cool. I then had the idea to put her in a Skims campaign. So that all came through North and what she liked. I think it's always tough when you're co-parenting and someone wants something and someone doesn't. I would say the Ice Spice videos, she said, Mommy, can I post this? I was out of town, so I had my nanny was there and allowed it. And then as soon as I saw the words and everything, I was like, oh, no, we're taking this down. She was totally understood. So I think that's the trial and error sometimes. And, and then I saw on the internet, it's like, Kanye was right. And maybe he was, in that instance. But in the creative side where she loves.
Of course he was goddamn right. Of course he was right. Now, here's the thing even moreover, all right? The part where she was saying that, and listen, it's becoming old hat. We do it all the time. We listen to women talk, and we clearly know and understand where the lying is coming in. Okay, the lie that's coming that was coming in before we get into the Kanye West being right part. The lie is her saying, "Oh, after it was posted, then I listened to the lyrics, and then as if you didn't know what kind of lyrics this chick had on her song. Like that's the part that's fake. Okay, that's the part that's fake. I can't quote not one bar from Cardi B right now, but I know what the fuck she rap about. Like, come on. All I did is just I scrolled her Instagram page without the sound, and I could tell that, nah, I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care, how rich I am and how cool it would be to have this chick pop up on my daughter and how come on her TikTok. I'm saying no, my daughter just gonna have to hate me. I'm sorry, I couldn't bring Ice Spice in to twerk at your birthday party. But no. So in that sense, she's lying through her damn teeth. In my assessment, she's lying through her goddamn teeth, pretending like she didn't know what was up. Meanwhile, when you look at this video right here, it was real fast, and if you blink, you miss it.
TikToks together.
Hey, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna
Hold
big boots in the bus, they pump. She a baddie, she knows she a 10.
Damn it. There she go. If you blink, you miss it. If you blink, you miss it. But there go Kim Kardashian in the video. She was there. It ain't like this. It ain't like all this just happened by accident. She was there. She was okay with it. She was down with it. It was all good. Backlash came, and then now she's doing damage control. Doing the fake hustle, fake pretend, like you didn't realize what was up, as if this wasn't already a part of the goddamn plan. And this is more or less what I've been saying from the start. It's going to come a time when all of the current women in the family, even though they still may be fine, they still may be cute, they're gonna start transitioning into I don't know the mama name because I don't keep up with the Kardashians, but that was a dad joke. But I don't know the mom's name, but they're gonna transition into her role where they're gonna be managing, facilitating the next generation. All right. It's going to come a time, Kris Jenner, thank you. It's going to come a time where the sexual promiscuous getting entangled with black athletes part of the business is going to come a time where North West is going to have to carry that burden of having her pussy all out in the street like that time is coming, Kanye. It's like it's no getting around that. So he's talking about I don't want my daughter on TikTok. It's like, no. No. Let them lose momentum and let them need some controversy. They're going to facilitate a sex tape. There's already some evidence that Kris Jenner basically damn near directed the sex. I heard somebody saying that. I don't know how true it is, but it's already some evidence out there that Kris Jenner was basically on some, hey, this sex tape, this is it. This is all right, let's get this out there. Let's get this out there to the world. We need this publicity. Let 10 years from now that things kind of slow down with the Kardashian brand. Let things slow down just a little bit. North West at 19 years old gonna have to have her pussy out there in the streets. That's what it's gonna come down to. She's gonna have to be the sacrificial lamb for the family to keep that name in rotation, to keep people talking about the family. She's gonna have to get in some salacious thing with Zion Williams. She's gonna have to have a public situation with Zion Williams in 8 years. For real, like that's what it's gonna be. And Kanye West is trying to stop it, but they're already phasing him out of the parental process. If they phase the father out of the parental process, it's because that they're going to make the kids the next wave. They're going to make the kids the next wave of the plan. All right. They don't the new kids, the ones that we're seeing like 8, 9, 10 years old right now, 10 years from now, if they're 20 years old and they're attractive and they're sexy, they're going to have to they're going to have to get out there and do the same shit. They are. They're not just going to get to be kids and go to their little private school and then, get a degree in something and then start some, just be in some management, and just have some little career. They got a bullshit business degree. They went and got a master's in business or something, and now they're managing the stuff behind the scenes. No. Y'all gotta wear the brand. Y'all gotta be out front. Y'all gotta be in the commercials. Y'all gotta be in the tabloids. Y'all gotta be on TMZ. Y'all gotta do the whole works. So Kim Kardashian knew what she was doing. This is the early phases. This is the early phases of it. That's why I put in the thumbnail. This is the beginning of the end. It is. This is oh shit, I'm missing. Damn it. How did I let that happen? But this is the beginning of the end. And how did I miss that? Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I got other shit going on. Give me a second. Give me a second. I hope that's showing up right on that end. At least I hope so. He says, hopefully they don't end up like Rev Run's daughters. I mean, Russell Simmons, he tried to keep his daughters out of the spotlight, out of the limelight, which was a good move, but they've worked their way into the limelight shitting on him. So there's that. Sir Ty says, I'm like Roddy Piper in that movie They Live, trying to tell people things and folks looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah. Yeah, the demons flee the truth. Yeah. All damn day.
She a baddie with her baddie friend.
That's Northie dancing with her friends and Ice Spice to the rapper's track In Her Mood.
I don't know what's gonna top that.
Well, then the crew acted out the lyrics to Ice's verse on Boy's a Liar Part 2.
But I don't sleep enough without you, and I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, does that mean we're through? Don't like sneaky that you do.
Then North shared this clip lip syncing with Ice Spice alongside a video rocking an orange curly wig just like the rapper.
She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend.
I don't know how much of that I'm gonna have to. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna have to edit out. See Gully, my email is in the about section. Just go to the about section of my channel, of which you should find the email. Of which you should find the email. But Kanye tried to told you.
He say that I'm good enough. Think about shit that I shouldn't know.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
Beg me to stay. Babe, I'm not staying, I just wanna play. In the party, you just wanna rock.
All right, I'm because I do want it to stay up. That is a copywritten song, so I do want this video to stay up. So you said Kanye acting like he didn't know his kids were going to be served to the occult. Kim is a big ranking witch. Huh. Yeah. That part I know it's not about. I don't be on that calling them witches. You know, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother ball of wax right there. Whether or not they witches. Oh, I didn't even play this for a video of her walking back her shit. Hold on.
Making slime videos. Every day the kid gets to switch of whose music they want to plug in and listen to on the way to school, and North was listening to Ice Spice. And I didn't know who that was at the time. And I was like, this is the moment where I feel really old, where my daughter is now teaching me what's cool. I then had the idea to put her in a Skims campaign. So that all came through North and what she liked. I think it's always tough when you're co-parenting and someone wants something and someone doesn't. I would say the Ice Spice videos, she said, Mommy, can I post this? I was out of town, so I had my nanny was there and allowed it. And then as soon as I saw the words and everything, I was like, oh, no, we're taking this down. She was totally understood. So I think that's the trial and error sometimes.
Again, like I said, that's a goddamn lie. She was there during the filming of it. They were already there and dancing and bouncing around. They had the music on, pretending like you don't know the music. And then as soon as she listened to the words of this person who she allegedly didn't know, who she had already previously done some business with, then bullshit on that one.
And and then I saw on the internet, it's like Kanye was right, he and maybe he was, in that instance. But in the creative side, where she loves making slime videos, every day the kid gets to switch of who will fight for her to be creative in those ways. So it's always a compromise. No one's always going to agree. And you just have to do the best that you can as a parent to try to protect your kids, but also let them be creative. And
the comment section, I applaud Kim for this. Parenting is trial and error. Mistakes are going to happen. Kanye was probably upset with her reciting the lyrics and imitating certain gestures. Not the outfit. No, she didn't put on the skanky. The girl Northwest, to be fair, she didn't put on the skankiest outfit and twerk or nothing like that. But anyway, but those lyrics, without it being bleeped out, those lyrics were some thotty lyrics that his daughter is sitting there with the new. She's not the queen of Thotten, but she's one of the princesses of it. She's up and coming. She might reach high ranking queen thought at some point. She's putting in her work. She's new on the scene, only like 2 years, but she collabing with Nicki Minaj. So yeah, she's on her way. She might be at the top of she might be the queen of Thought Mountain someday. She might be the queen of Thought Mountain someday. So yeah, your daughter, teaming up with the potential queen of Thought Mountain. Yeah, that's dressing like her, emulating her, wanting to be her. Like, look, they're gonna down to the chain and everything. Absolutely 100%. Trying to be her. Like, that's Northwest right there. That's Northwest right there, and that's Northwest right there. This one right here is her dressing up like Ice Spice. Like, I mean, it don't get worse than that. If I can't even think of an exact person right now, but there's a certain person. If my son was emulating him, I think I failed as a father. I can't even think of who the exact horrible person that my son was emulating him. I'd be like, God damn, I failed. But if your daughter is trying to emulate one of the new the new potential, somebody who has potential to be the queen of Thought Mountain, then yeah, you're dropping the ball. But anyway, let's look at the comment section. Spoken like a real mom. I hate how much backlash moms get during trial and error. None of us were ever moms before becoming a mom. Mistakes will happen. We aren't perfect, and we're learning with our kids, because kids is raising kids, because y'all a bunch of damn children. Some people think they have it all figured out and choose to judge instead of understanding. Yeah, it's a line between understanding that parents make mistakes, because they do. There are plenty of things that parents can make mistakes on. There's some mistakes I've made as a parent. Parents can make mistakes. However, in the words of Chris Rock, the goal of a father is to keep your daughter off the pole. This is, teaming up with the princess of Thought Mountain is trending is trending in the wrong direction. Say what you want, but Kim really does seem like she is a good, caring mother. Anybody could put that front and facade on. No, I call it. I mean, I'm okay. I mean, she's a human. She probably loves her daughter, but no, the daughter will be used as a tool. They're growing her social media right now. Some of it is doing little cutesy kid stuff, but she's getting older and she's teaming up with Ice Spice. So it's like they what they want to do is, from the time she's a kid, and Kanye didn't want this. What they want to do is, from the time that she's a kid, they want to be able to They want her to already, turn 18 and have 100 million followers on TikTok. They want her to have the biggest TikTok social media profile in the business by the time she's 21, before she's ever done anything. That's what they're trying to do, because that's going to become, like I've said, her social media is going to be the next brand hub. Like, we're already a few years away from not even wanting to even see another Kardashian. They getting older. They got gray hairs on their pussy now. It's getting to the point nobody wants to see them. They're priming for when this chick turned 21. The Mac Tucker saying she'll do OnlyFans. No, I don't think she'll do OnlyFans. I think they're doing it in the smart way, where she might not have to do OnlyFans. They're doing it in a smart way. It's trifling, but they're doing it in a smart way to where she won't have to do OnlyFans. They want her to have a gabillion followers on TikTok and all her social media platforms. Let me type it in. How many I seen how slow I type. Followers does North West have on TikTok? All right. So she got 16 million followers. In the past few months, Northwest has become a TikTok star in her own right on the account she shares with her mom, Kim Kardashian. The 10-year-old, like I said, in 10 years, she's going to be out there. Probably 6 years, but that's a whole nother thing. The 10-year-old posts everything from hair and makeup tutorials. See, I get that. Have her do something fun and cute. But then mix in a little bit of thottery. That's, it's all strategy. But anyway, she do hair and makeup tutorials to FX content and even travel vlogs to more than 16 million followers. All right, so she got 16 million followers. The goal is for her to turn 18 and have 100 million followers. The goal is for her to turn 18 and have 100 million followers. That is the goal. And then once you got 100 million captive followers, they could transition it into whatever they want then. She could grow them organically as a kid and then just gradually make it more salacious as she gets older. They could do that. It says, LOL, when Kanye spoke, they played the angry black man card. Now look. Yeah. So some of the people in the comment section are getting it right. Says Kim and Chloe seem like good moms. Yeah, these are good moms. At least she took it down when she realized the error. All right, we got brother Xavier, and I guess this falls in your territory, your particular area of expertise. Talking about you got the echo box of these old mamas? You got that ready to go?
These old mamas. Peace,
yeah, man.
Peace. Brother Bernard was good with it, man.
What's going on?
Of course, I totally disagree with this crap, of course. Because I have adult daughters, right? And like I said in the chat, I don't even look at their media stuff. I don't even want to see it. I don't know what the hell they doing on media. I don't want nobody telling me what they doing on. I don't even want to know. But, far as a 10-year-old, I think these kids, when they're 9 and 10 and 11, I just think they're too young, man, to be, exposed to this kind of stuff, man. Once they become an adult, they're making their own decisions and all that kind of stuff, especially when you got the mother freaking choreographing it. Because like you shown, her mother was in that video, all right? While she sits on a stage somewhere talking about, oh, I don't know the music. I didn't know what was going on. BS, lady, you were there. You were there. So when you have, I think it's a bigger problem when the mother facilitates it. When the mother is, putting these ideas in these children's head and, quote unquote, grooming them to be these internet people. I have a serious problem with that. And they got them up there with this, quote unquote, a singer, rapper, or whoever the hell she is. They got them up there with them as well. I just think it's a bad look, and I'm not one to tell people how to raise their children, but I am one to tell you that I disagree with this crap.
Yeah, right on. Definitely. We got who we got in here? We got You're so right, BR. His name is Damn. And Damn says, you're so right, BR. These two statements have come from my own mom's mouth. You got the body where you can wait. You got the body where you could make money on TikTok. Whoa. You got the body to where you can make money on TikTok. If I had a tummy as flat as yours, I would show it off. Shameful. That opens a whole nother can of worms. A lot of women they be jealous of them daughters They be jealous of them daughters. It was a daughter's body, and they be getting into it with them, and they be jealous of them. But they do be on some. The reason they be jealous about it because they be thinking like, ooh, if I had that body right now, what I would be doing with it. Especially in these modern times.
Yes.
Especially in these modern times where you ain't just flaunting the body to whoever rode by in a Cadillac. No, you got the World Wide Web to flaunt it to. It's like, so yeah, they pissed at these young chicks. They pissed at these young chicks.
Man, this is why I say the things that I say, brothers, because I mean, if this child was residing with her father, would she be doing this kind of crap? I mean, if she was on the internet, it would be more of more innocent, her playing with dolls type things as opposed to
it started out like that. And but Kanye was saying that he, even with it starting out like that, with her doing innocent stuff and doing little girly stuff on there, he was like, no, I don't want her on there at all. I don't want her to even be in that environment. I don't want TikTok using her. I don't want Disney. No, I don't want nobody's hands on my daughter on no platform whatsoever. He was calling it before it started going on. Like I put in the thumbnail, said this is the beginning of the end, where she's linking up with the princess of Thought Mountain, not the queen of it yet. She building up. She building up steam to get to that point. Yeah, she the princess of it right now. But yeah, no, Kanye was calling it. It started out light. Started out light with just kiddie stuff, but he knew this was coming down the pipeline, and he was calling it. He was saying it. He was saying it all from the start. Hold on.
He say that I'm good enough. Think about shit that I should've known.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to...
What do we get for $10? Everything you want.
He say that I'm good enough. Think about shit that I should've known.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
All right, and that was essentially what was going on, or what he did, and what he was saying, back before all of this. And they played, he's being the crazy black man. They played the crazy black man card on him, and that's what they tried to throw on him. But no, he was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. No way around that whatsoever. But damn, that's his name. Whenever I say that name, damn, or maybe that's a girl. Because she said her own mom, came out of her own mom's mouth, you got the body where you could make money on TikTok. Are you here trying to advertise? I didn't even catch that. She's trying to advertise. She's trying to get somebody in the chat room. Well, let's see. And drop your Instagram. And let us. What's your gram? Let us see if you got a body that can make money on TikTok. She's trying to advertise. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't think I don't be on it. I see what's going on there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Passive marketing.
Yeah. Listen. Yep. She said these two statements have come from my mom's own mouth. You got the body where you could make money on TikTok. If I had a tummy as flat as yours, I would show it off. Shameful. Yeah, you doing a shameful plug for your own TikTok and probably OnlyFans right now. But I appreciate the $10. I appreciate the $10. You can do a little commercial for $10. That's fine. I'm with it. But all right. BR Reed to play like an NFL all-pro linebacker. Yeah. But thank you to Dam and who else? Shout out to Sir Tice dropped something on it earlier. Appreciate both of your brothers. Appreciate both of your brothers. Now,
Well,
yeah,
I guess
go
Damn
ahead.
understands the whole these old mamas theory. Then she must be a supporter of that theory because I've said these things multiple times. That's kind of how it is, though. It's like your mother competes with you. Your father tries to make you competitive. That's the difference between your mother and your father. Your mother kind of wants you to be just like her. Your father wants you to be better than him. So, I mean, like I said, I mean, if this girl was living with Kanye, number one, she wouldn't be up there dancing and jumping around and dressing like this Spice Girl. And number two, she probably would have very little social media footprint at all, I would imagine. Her media footprint would be a lot smaller if she lived with her father. I mean, your mother has a tendency to do this kind of stuff, especially if you have a mother that's raising you in the time of internet. I mean, you see a lot of these women doing this. I mean, it's not just her. She's probably just one of the most famous and prolific, but this is something that these women do. You know, they got their baby out there with makeup on and high heel shoes, and the kid is all of 5 years old. They got a wig on the girl and all this kind of foolishness. I mean, they got the kids out there twerking. They're 6 years old. You know, that's these old mamas doing this, man. God, I can't stress this enough, man. I mean, I've been telling y'all about this stuff for years. I know I always say it. I've been telling you about this kind of crap for years. Do you believe me yet, Negroes?
What do you think about the whole idea? And this is, you've been talking about this kind of stuff, with mothers and daughters and the stuff that be going on. But I don't know how deep you've gotten to it, like in this whole as far as the modern, add of social media into the mix. Is there, because like mothers can do some things with their daughters in social media that a man would be jailed for doing. You know what I mean? Like if a man raising his daughter dressed her up like just dressed her up too sexy or just a little sexy and put her, she 10 years old, put her on social media, she 11, 12 years old, however old, put her on social media and got her, showcasing some things or whatever, it's like,
He would be skewered, and of course, child protective services would be called on this brother if he did it.
Right, but I'm sitting there. This is something I'm processing this right now as I'm passing it to you. Mothers could get away with that and be lightweight using their daughter as she gets into her teens and all of that. If they start early enough to where the kid is so young to where the mom is managing it, and then she gradually work it into something sort of like what Dam was saying her mom was saying. I'm like, wow, they could. It's like they could lightweight slut out, prostitute out their daughters. It's like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. They can low key digital pimper. All right.
Yeah.
They can pimper digitally and get away with it and in the process make a lot of money off of it. Because you're basically grooming the kid, right? If you're teaching the kid to be in front of a camera and do all this kind of stuff, and of course mom's in the background, directing, doing choreography. Oh, do it like this, baby. Do it like that, baby. To hold your hand this way, wear this outfit. Of course, mom is in the background doing this, right? Because children don't really know this stuff like that. At least they're not supposed to, right? Especially when you say this child here is like 10. So, she's probably watched her mom twerk, most of her life. But I mean, when a child is, say, 3 and 4, they're not really, attuned to being in front of a camera and twerking and doing all this kind of ridiculous stuff. So these are things that are being coached to that child. whether it be directly or indirectly, and usually you know who's doing the coaching.
Yeah.
These old mamas are doing the coaching. So by the time she's 10, she's well versed. You know, she knows all kind of twerk moves. She's got 5, 10, 15 wigs of her own. You know, she knows it all by the time she's 10 because mom has had her twerking on a table since she was 4. So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is what happens when you let women have more influence over the child than they necessarily should have. I mean, and I know when I say that to people, oh, heck, you know, but I mean, let's be honest here, man. Children are supposed to be innocent, right? Children are products of the people who are raising and rearing them. And if you look at a child, it tells you a lot about the person who is raising them, regardless of anything else, especially young children, all right? Especially young children, children who are 9 and 10, man, and 11. I mean, if you watch that kid, man, you can get a pretty good picture of what's going on at the crib, all right? You can I tell people all the time, if you see a little kid and this kid is 7, 8, 9 years old and he's walking around and he's cussing out grown folks and he's doing this and he's doing that, and he's just a little miniature dumbass, follow him home. Follow him home. Trust me, there's somebody 10 times the dumbass behind that door. That's just a fact, man. And people hate it because, see, especially when you talk about us black folks, right? Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this, right? The majority of us are raised by our old mama. That can't be denied, all right? There's no denying that. So when you say these type of things, you are automatically indicting old mama. And people do not want you to indict the situation that they came from. Because, see, everybody wants to think that, oh, it wasn't me, which is BS. Because you got people right here, all right, to the right of this screen here, that have went through the stuff that I talk about. Now, like I always say, I don't expect them to raise their hand in the chat and say, yeah, that happened to me, X. But there's people in your chat room right now that they went through the exact or close to situations that we talk about. Now, of course, they may have forgotten it or put it behind them or possibly gotten some therapy. But these things hit home, and they hit home hard. They do. And all we can hope for is that the people who went through, you know, that they survived the trauma of being raised by one of these crazy, foolish women, that it didn't have any adverse long-term effects on them as an adult. That's all we can hope for at this point.
Yeah. Now another level to this. It's so funny just looking at it's not funny, but one other level to this is that, and I noticed this a while ago. I wasn't associating it to the topic I'm talking about now, but it's really in line with the same topic. There's like women who are, you know, on TikTok, you know, doing the latest TikTok dance trend or whatever, and you know, when they got daughters and whatnot, but the daughters aren't even it could go either way. The daughter could be looking at the mom doing it, and now the daughter want to do it. But it's getting to a place now to where some of the kids they be embarrassed by their parents doing the stuff. Like this is some content I did a while ago, and basically I don't know how well y'all can see that. Let me drop a banner. Let's drop that banner down. Let's see if we can get that, make that disappear. All right. This is a mom playing around on TikTok, and their daughters just look annoyed, like they just want to go to school, and she's sitting there, you know, she trying to do her little TikTok thing. The daughters just don't want no part of it. She recording the video, trying to shake her ass around, trying to include the daughter into the video. Well, you know, it's like It's like so it go either. So it be the mamas facilitating the stuff and managing it. And I know damn well that, let's say our daughters get a little older, or they fill out, or they get a body or whatever. She gonna do a little trio with them. Like, let's all get together, mom and daughter, and do the latest TikTok little twerk dance thing together. It's like the moms be managing, facilitating, and orchestrating this shit. But this is a situation where the daughters don't want no part of it. We just want to go to school, mama. Can we go to school? Can you, like, record your little TikTok videos after you drop us off? Can we just get to school, mama? It's like that.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in that
hope,
video.
There's hope for her daughters. From what I see, I look at that
Yeah.
and I see, there's hope for her daughters because they just think mom is totally ridiculous.
Mhm.
All right. The ones I worry about who are standing there, they 5 years old and they got a choreographed twerk dance routine with mama. Those are the ones I worry about because, see, they're just like mama. We want them to be the opposite of
Yeah,
mama, especially if
exactly.
mama's a thought. All right. We don't want them. I say this all the time, right? I say, if you had decent parents and you turned out to be a decent person, your parents probably had a lot to do with it. Likewise, if you had decent parents and you turned out to be a not so good person, your parents probably had very little to do with it. But on the other side of that, if you had horrible parents and you turned out to be a horrible person, your parents probably had a lot to do with it. And likewise, if you had horrible parents and you turned out to be a decent person, your parents had very little to do with it. Because your parents are important, man. I mean, I talk about parenting a lot because I think it's very, very important. I think that's the nucleus of your development. That's where you learn how to be a person. That's where you learn how to be social, civil. I mean, that's where it all starts, man. It's not like you're born and you're sat somewhere in some development chamber, okay, and that's how you develop into an adult. No, you learn how to be a child from your parents. You learn how to be a teenager from your parents. You learn how to be an adult from your parents. So if you're a young kid and you're doing this off the ship ridiculous stuff, man, your parents have a lot to do with it. Even if you say, okay, they're watching TV, they're on the internet, they're listening to music, they're playing video games. Who's buying these things? He's 7 years old. He's not going into Best Buy buying the television. He's not buying the PS5. He's not buying the iPhone. He's not. So even with that, the parents are directly responsible for how the kids turn out. You are the one giving them access to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. You're the one allowing the access because you are the parent. So it's still your fault, even if you want to blame media, because they wouldn't have it if it wasn't for the parent.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And the Mac the Trucker saying he saw a TikTok with daughter, mama, grandma. I see a lot of those too. I see. Oh man, okay. Put it like this. I forgot the name of the chick. Y'all know her. She's a dark-skinned, very sexy, chocolatey chick with a nice body who be twerking with her daughter. I mean, damn it, what is this woman's name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know. Is that Amara La Negra? No. No, Bernice Burgos or something like that. Yeah, Bernice. I think that's who it is. Yeah, she be always twerking with her daughter, but it's not that hard to get 3 generations of it.
Absolutely not.
It's not. That's not difficult at all.
No, especially if everybody's having a baby at 15. I mean,
exactly.
Grandma's what? 45. She 45.
Exactly.
Her daughter's 30, and her granddaughter's 15. So it's relatively easy to have, and if granddaughter have a baby at 15, now you got 4 generations. Cause what? Grandma's 60, great grandma's 60, grandma's 45, granddaughter's 30, and great granddaughter's 15.
Yeah, that's what it be.
That's just
That's
the
what
way
it
it
be.
is.
It's like I noticed that, and it's a crazy thing. And I know you probably noticed this when you got around when you was first getting around my age. Well, actually, no, it was like it was earlier because like I'm 40 right now.
That was like 100 years ago when I was your
Right,
age.
right. Of course, of course. You one of the old niggas. We know, we know. But no, I remember when I was 34 or 5, and I was talking to a dude. I was talking to a dude at my job. He was about 36 or 37, and it was a bunch of stuff that went down in the city where Negroes get to shooting and all that kind of stuff and everything. So he was explaining what happened, and if the city ain't too big, you kind of know somebody that knows somebody when some shit go down. You like, oh yeah. So he was like, oh yeah, I know them. Yeah, I know. And he was explaining what it was, and he was like, yeah, I went to school with one of the dudes that was involved in that shootout, in that drive-by. And I was like, wait a minute, no, I'm like, those were like, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. He was like, yeah. And I was like, what? But what you mean you went to school with one of them? He's like, no, those was the kids of the person. And then I started doing the math, like, oh shit. Like, you 36. So the dudes you went to high school with, who was the little high school, who was gang banging in high school, they still out there gang banging, but they didn't have kids who didn't turn 16, 17, 18. That's when I realized that, oh, it's parents out there shooting with their kids and shit. It's like that. When I figured that one out, it just blew my mind, because I just didn't think that would ever be a thing, but it's a thing. And on the female side, we see the same thing, where it's women, twerking and thotting it up with their daughters. It's the late great Alan Roger Curry said on more than several occasions he's had a threesome with a mother-daughter combo. And it's like yes, they be out there acting like they the same damn age. One of them 19, the other one 34, 35. They she thinks she still got it. I got the same body, and I'm thicker than you. But we shape the same. I just got a little gut. I can suck that in. We good. We competing for the same niggas. That's what they be on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what they be on.
a lot
Yeah.
of these mothers are competing. They're right there alongside their daughters competing. It's almost as if it's almost well, one, I think they have a tendency to live vicariously through their daughters, for one. For two, they compete with their daughters, and also they make it so that they try to make it so that their daughter doesn't one up them. For instance, when you have a mother who kind of puts her daughter in a position where she can't do better than her when she was her age. All right. I mean, she wants them to be similar to her. That's why I always say your mother has a tendency to make you just like her. Your father wants you to be better than him. And that's what a lot of these women are doing. They're making these children just like them. They're making them like them, okay? Even if not in the total exact sense, but close to them. They're making them prototypes of themselves. It's almost as if they're raising themselves, because they treat them like they're raising their siblings as opposed to raising their children. All right. They have this thing, because your mother has a tendency to be, more of a friend to you, as opposed to someone who guides you, counsels you, instructs you, that way. It's more so she's kind of grooming her friend, right? She's raising a friend to have down the road, right? Because when it comes to your mother, in this society, we worship mama. Mama's God. She's Jesus. She's a deity. She's the queen of the earth. She's all that kind of stuff. That's what we've been taught to believe, right? But of course, X has taught y'all much different. But that's what we've been raised and groomed to believe. So mama can do no wrong. even when she's dead wrong. That's the problem. Mama can be dead wrong, but she can do no wrong. And that's where the problems start, because not only do adults believe that, children definitely believe that. Children believe that, man. Whatever mom tells you to do is right. Whatever it is. She can have you twerking on a table and you 4 years old. She can have you out there dressing like a little mini hooker and you 7. I mean, mama's always right.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. But moving not moving too far on. This is a clip I played earlier in the show. It wasn't on the main topic, but I don't know if you was watching at the time, but I just want your raw reaction to this ridiculousness.
And have that's considered fake. That
hold on.
What can a man have that's considered fake that is acceptable?
Oh, teeth.
Teeth.
You can have fake teeth.
Fake teeth.
Yeah.
What else?
Fake,
Jewelry.
oh no.
Girl, let me find out that Jacoby got a fake rollie on. He got, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Yo, like,
it's hard being a dude out here.
Why you have to have it fake? Just don't wear it.
What else?
Imagine if brothers said that. Imagine if brothers said that. But see, this is what they chalk it up to, right, Brother Bernard? They chalk it up to, well, you know, this is woman's stuff. You know, the fake hair, fake eyes, fake contacts, the 5-inch eyelashes, and rhinoplasty, and makeup, and all this kind of foolishness. They chalk that up to, hey, that's woman's stuff. That don't count. See, women are allowed to be fake, but perceived as real. Okay, that's just what they're allowed to do. A man is not allowed to do that. All right, everything about him got to be real. Everything. He got to have real money, real hair, real height, real jewelry, real designer clothes. You know, all of it has to be real. But a woman can basically do witchcraft. All right, and look like a total another person. She can look like a total another person, and you just supposed to accept that on face value and don't call it fake. Because see, these things aren't considered a fake. They're considered accoutrements, right? Accoutrement, you know, to make them look better, to make them feel better, to make them appear better. Because all this stuff is, you know, confidence builders for them. You know, it helps uplift them. So how dare men criticize it? How dare we criticize it?
Well, the thing with this one, it was beyond just the men criticizing it. It was her saying, when asked about men, the mere fact that she could fix her mouth to say, if it's fake, just don't wear it. Why would you wear it if it's fake? It's like, man, it's like, it's a few moments. I didn't see so much crazy stuff on the internet, but there's a few moments where it just somebody's hypocrisy just makes my jaw just dropped. My jaw just dropped when I heard that. I had to bring it on here. It blows me away,
man.
Yeah.
There's no humbleness with these women, man. The only time one of these women will be humble, she can be out there loud, belligerent, cussing, fighting, all of that. You know how you stop that? Snatch that wig off and throw it across the street. Boy,
Yeah,
it's like Samson. You know how you cut Samson's hair, he loses all his strength? Snatch that wig off her head and you ain't got to beat her, slap her. Nope. Just grab that wig and throw it across the street and watch how humble she becomes. It's like all her vitriol and belligerence and loud vocal, you know, all of that just kind of dissolves when you snatch that wig off and throw it in the highway. She'll curl up into the fetal position, and that's probably the only time you'll see one of them cry real tears. When you when you grab that wig and throw it in the highway.
Yeah, I've seen them videos where Some dudes snatching wigs and running. don't even throw it. He was snatching the wig and then just take off right. He gone. You know they can't catch him.
Just run. I'm telling you. Yeah, brother sow a seed, man. The next time one of them females giving you guff, man, you ain't gotta fight or nothing like that. Just grab that wig, and boy, she'll just you know how Pac-Man be like pew 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 pew. It'll all just she'll curl up in the knot on the floor, and
wherever you throw the wig, like she's not going to retaliate and come at you. Like if you got the wig in your hand, then she's gonna come towards you. But if you throw the wig, she got to go after the wig. You're a free man after that. You could turn around and walk away at a normal pace.
Yeah. She going after that wig.
Yeah, she. Especially you throw it out in the middle of the street too, and there's cars coming by that she got to consider the track. Well, no, then she might get hit by a car.
She will circumnavigate 4 lanes of.
You kind of went out a little bit when you said she'll circumnavigate 4 lanes of traffic, but no, she'll full blown. She'll play chicken with a Mack truck before for that damn wig.
Blonde one, oh man, she's out there a hand, and her wig in the other. When you throw the wig and if you threw the child in the wig in 2 opposite directions, guarantee you she would head in the direction of the thrown wig first, then go and get the child. I'm telling you, she's more concerned about her damn wig than she is that baby. I'm telling you, if you was to take her baby and start running, she probably wouldn't even chase you. Grab that wig though. Boy, she will run you. Boy, she'll get in her car and run your ass down. You got that wig in your hand. But if you got her baby, give it a second thought. Wouldn't give it a second thought, man.
That would be a funny experiment. A horrible experiment, but a funny experiment. If somebody, if 2 people went up to a woman and one of them snatched the baby from her and one of them snatched the wig and they ran in separate directions.
Who would she chase? Who would she chase?
She's going to have a moment where she's
going after the wig, man. She's going after the wig.
I think she's gonna have like 3 seconds of this is me appealing to their better angels. She's gonna have like 3 seconds of indecision and then going to go after the baby. But the mere fact that there was indecision says everything.
She's going after the wig, man. I'm telling you, the wig is first. The wig is first.
Oh man, that one almost brought a tear to my eye.
I'm telling you, man.
That is wild.
She is going after that wig first. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Absolutely. Oh man. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that y'all go and support and subscribe to Machismo TV. Machismo TV. I'm trying to hold up.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
Salute and shout out to Machismo TV. Y'all definitely want to go over there. Definitely want to go over there and subscribe. Definitely want to go over there and subscribe.
Go down there and check it out. And not only that, you lazy, cheap-ass Negroes, go ahead and drop some coins on Brother Bernard. Man, y'all got money. God damn it, I know you got money. Because if you don't, I will haunt your old black-ass mama in her dreams tonight.
Right on. But no, this was definitely a wild one, you know. those that made it in late, what we're talking about here with the main topic. Hold on, I'll play a clip to give a refresher for those that made it in late, what we was talking about with the main topic, with Kanye West's daughter being basically used as a prop, basically being used as a prop, so to speak, as far as, with the mom on TikTok. He said he don't want the daughter on TikTok, and now they got the Ice Spice, the queen, not the queen, she's not the queen yet, the princess of Thought Mountain, basically teaming up with her on TikTok, and it's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end, and Kanye called it and said he don't want the daughter on TikTok, but Kim Kardashian put her on there anyway and face some backlash from it because she got her on there with Princess Thought, and Kim Kardashian had to admit that Kanye West was right to say to keep our daughter out of that. We lived in that limelight, so the daughter won't have to. Okay, she don't have to be that. But I've argued that that's all a part of the plan, because part of that Kardashian brand is essentially the salaciousness.
Yeah, the thought mafia.
Yeah,
Thought mafia.
and it's going to get to the point where all of the Kardashians that we keep up with, that's pun intended. I mean, I don't keep up with them, but it's going to get to a point where they all going to have gray hairs in their pussy, and then they're going to have to, that salaciousness is going to have to get passed down to the next generation. And I like they're at the early stages of doing that, but this was one of the clips.
He said I'm good enough. Think about shit that I should've known.
Just got off the phone with Kim.
That was the daughter in the image right there for those that made it in late. That's the daughter linked up with Ice Spice, the princess of Thought Mountain. And you can see her, doing a video where that's on the right. That's her dressed up like her. That's her dressed up like her. So, this is her idol, her model, her role model. The person she aspires to be like is basically the next Cardi B type chick that's on the scene. That's essentially what she aspires to be. That is essential. Go ahead.
I wouldn't want my 10-year-old daughter.
But hold on, let's play with Kanye prophetically said a little while back.
Say I'm good enough. Think about shit that I should've known.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. Right. So he was prophetic. Yeah, he was prophetically saying that, and then they tried to put the crazy dad, crazy black man card on him when he was right. But Kim Kardashian just recently admitted in a video that that Kanye West was right. She reluctantly, humbly stumbled into admitting that. But see Gully in the building with the $5 super sticker. Do appreciate that. Do appreciate you putting something on it. Appreciate everybody who's supporting the stream. Appreciate everybody supporting the stream. Yeah. So that was basically the gist of what we're talking about here.
Yeah, but she didn't even have the full humility to say, yeah, her old man was right. She was like, maybe he was right. No, he was right. No, maybe. Your mama, you. No, he was right. She didn't even have the humility to say, yeah, her father was right about this. Mm-hmm. She didn't even have that, man. I mean, come on, man. Come on. When I talk about these old mamas, don't ever believe brothers that I'm just talking about people who are poor or living in poverty or living in depravity. No, they can be millionaires and be an old mama too. Okay, an old mama is in a socioeconomic state. It is a mental state. All right, because she has just entered the realm of these old mamas with this. because see, she's allowing it. She's allowing it. She's allowing her to be in videos with this Spice Girl. Man, I wouldn't want my 10-year-old daughter nowhere near this girl. Nowhere near this girl. Like, I don't give a damn who she is. I wouldn't want my 10-year-old daughter around her. Absolutely not. Why would I facilitate that? Because that had to be facilitated by her old mama, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's allowing it. And when you're allowing it, that's the same as encouraging it.
That is true. That is true. That is absolutely 100% positively true. Let's see what else we about to get into. What else we about to get? Oh wait, no, might as well talk about this. Now, you had hit me up before. You were saying we gotta do something. You got a show idea in mind, or some collab, or something that you was that you was brewing, that you was cooking up, something you wanted to do for a later date.
Yeah, I had hit you up around Mother's Day, because usually every Mother's Day, you know me, I do an old mama, and I didn't do one this year. I was like, let me hit up Brother Bernard, let me see if he's doing something. But you didn't do anything, so I just kind of let it go. But usually every Mother's Day, I get on here and I talk about these old mamas, but I don't commemorate them. Now, y'all know I don't do that. What I do on Mother's Day is I encourage brothers to use Mother's Day as a day to remind mama of how horrible she treated you. Not a day to take her out to Red Lobster or the Olive Garden or her favorite, snazzy restaurant. No, you go to mama's house and you sit mama down and you remind mama that you remember all the BS she did to you and the BS she allowed to happen to you. That's what I think Mother's Day should be about. Not to celebrate her unfit, unmotivated, uninspired mothering. No, you don't use it for that. If your mama treated you like crap, Mother's Day is the day to remind her of it. Now, if you had a decent mom and she did what she was supposed to do, that's different. Go ahead and take old mama out to Red Lobster or Olive Garden or wherever the hell you take her. But if you had a crappy mom, you don't take her to the Olive Garden. You take her to the woodshed with the facts of the shit that she let happen to you when you were a kid. That's what Mother Day should be about for you if your mom treated you like crap. That's all.
Yeah, my mom was wonderful. I'll say that. But I see some people in the chat saying, yeah, their mom was horrible. That was one thing that I kind of learned, when I started really paying attention in this space. And this space, it takes the things that you overlook, that you don't even average into the equation. It does strip a lot of that away, because I've heard a lot of people tell horrible stories, in this space about, things that they mom used to do. And then I had to look back about, people I knew and their moms. And I'm like, oh yeah, shit. We just ignore all of that. We ignore everything. But when it comes to the fathers, then you already know. Father's Day come around, we gonna use father. we gonna pull what Russell Simmons' daughter and ex-wife doing. We gonna use Father's Day just like the way you described it. That what you want men to start doing to their mamas on Mother's Day. That's exactly what they did to damn Russell Simmons on Father's Day. They posted the Happy Father's Day with Kimora Lee, with an image of Kimora Lee, and then he responded, very casually, with a statement saying something like, "Hey, why would you, instead of asking the dad why didn't he fight harder for his kids, ask the mom why did he have to fight to begin with?" And then they just went on a full aggressive campaign, crying video after crying video about how horrible he treated them. and how horrible he's doing to them. But it all, you take away all the fluff and the feathers, you find out that a lot of it is, the mama stole all the money from the business with the, it's so much mess in that. I couldn't even cover it all. It's so much mess in that where he just like, fuck all y'all.
Yeah,
Because
a lot of
they
it
got
is
him
always
practically broke.
exaggerated.
Yeah.
It's always exaggerated. You know how it is, right, with your mother and your father, right? And I'm pretty sure all of us here, as Black folks and the few whites and Latinos that are watching in the clouds, when it comes to your mother and father, right? Your mother can beat you, whoop you, starve you. Your mother can run your ass over with the car, and boy, you could have half of your head hanging off. And you will get up and you have your arms outstretched. Oh, mama. And you will still, if you get rich, you'll still buy her ass a house and a car. But your dad can be there for you. And if he miss one goddamn football game, you won't speak to him for 5 years. Now, meanwhile, your mama, boy, she beat you, abused you, let her boyfriends touch on you and all this foolishness. But, boy, you mess around and get rich, boy, you will buy mama that Mercedes, won't you? You'll buy mama that big old house, won't you? You'll totally overlook all the other crap she did to you because for some reason, I guess because we come out of her body. I think that's what it is. We feel like we're part of her. We're like a hand. We're like one of mama's hands or a mama's kneecap or her foot or her ear. So we feel that. We feel that no matter what, we came out of her body. So whatever she did to us, she has all the right in the world to do because, we're like her ear or her finger or something. So it doesn't really matter how bad she treated us. Now, mind you, people tell me all the time, oh, X, you hate your mother. Your mother did this to you. I had a really decent mother. I mean, my mother, she wasn't perfect, but I mean, my mother was decent. I mean, she treated us well, but I also was raised with my father. My father didn't die till I was like 35. So my parents were married 56 years when my dad died. All right. So I always had my father around, and my father, he played his role. I mean, I say this all the time. Your father isn't a guy who just protects you from the old creepy pervert man down the road or the boogeyman in the closet or the monster under the bed. He also protects you from your old mama. You're less likely to be a child that's abused or neglected or beat or tortured. I mean, you're just less likely. Statistically, you are less likely to go through that when your father's in your life. Statistically, you just are, especially if he lives in the house with you. So, I mean, I know people get upset with me because I've been talking about this stuff for 8-9 years. It's not like I just started talking about this stuff today. All right, I've been talking about this stuff for 8-9 years, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been getting on brothers' streams, and they have these videos of these kids who 18, 17, 16, 15, doing all this kind of foolish stuff. But when I first started talking about this, brothers, these kids were 10, they were 9, they were 8, they were 7. And I told y'all, these kids that are being raised by these old mamas are going to be the kids robbing the liquor store. They're going to be the kids doing the carjacking. They're going to be the kids shooting people in the head, knocking grandma in the head in the subway. I said that 9-10 years ago. And I always ask this question. Do you believe me yet, Negroes? But that's all.
MD Brooks in the building says, baby mama terrorists giving PTSD to children. Absolutely, absolutely.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Thank you for the $2 super chat. Do appreciate that. All right. We are past the 2 hour mark. We are past the 2-hour mark. Oh yeah, shout out to MD with another one. I didn't realize he dropped 2 on there. Says, like Umar said, she the queen. Yes, Umar said that. No matter his exact. I got to get that clip. In fact, I got to clip that part and then reuse it where he said, even if she did, he wasn't even talking about your mama. He was just talking about just any random black woman.
Yeah.
He said, even if she disrespects you, you don't have the right to disrespect her because she's the queen of the community. He said that.
Even when he also said even when she's not conducting herself like it.
Yes,
like,
yes.
what?
Thank you. She's the queen of the community, even when she's not conducting herself like
what?
Oh
Jesus,
man,
boy, I mean,
he was just lobbying with all he had for black men to accept and put up with whatever bullshit that they shoveling at us. But he told the women, he said that he told the women that yes, date interculturally, black people from other cultures, because Umar technically supports passport bros as long as they go into the continent, as long as they're dealing with black women. So and he says the same thing for black women. Go date some brothers from the continent, from Africa somewhere. Go, yes. But understand, this is what he said. He was like, but understand, you can't talk to those men the way that you talk to the black men here. They not going to put up with that. So you can't. You can't talk to them the way that you talk to us here. And then the brothers on the panel was like, well, why the fuck they talking to us like that? What the hell make you think we supposed to accept it? But then he doubled down and argued. Essentially, it was a lot of word salad, but he basically argued, you need to accept it.
Yeah, you need to accept it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's kind of all over the place, right? He kind of jumps back and forth where you're agreeing with him, and then you're like, what the hell is Brother Umar talking about, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy. But he's also the man who says some of them are going to sleep for good. He's also the person who says that when he's talking about raising and mentoring and building up these brothers who have no fathers. But on the other side of that, he's also said that when he go back to the community to take it back, some of those kids need to be put to sleep for good.
I think you're talking about this epic quote. See, I knew today should have been a Dr. Umar Johnson part 2 because we'd already stumbled back into it. But you're talking about this quote right here that I didn't know about until I was doing the show. And SKC emailed it to me during the show per request from the audience. But yeah, you're talking about this one right here.
Energy, anger, thug energy.
Hold on. He's talking about mentoring those boys in the community.
Got the thug energy, anger. Thug energy is normally anger and pain. That's all it is. I know because I do therapy with them thugs. And once they see I ain't scared of them, then we can have a conversation. And fellas, I want to be clear now. When we go back to take over the community, because we're going to have to do it. But I want to be clear. And I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood.
That we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood.
Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. Fuck that!
Yes. He wants to kill some of your children. Some of them must die, people. You must understand this, that some of the kids, some of the ones that he say you brothers should be you should be helping mentor and raise. Some of them, him and you, will have to put them to sleep for good. Just remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's that's a radical statement. I'll just say that. That's a radical statement. He's talking about going to the hood to take back the ship. Like, like the movie Captain Phillips. I didn't even see that all the way to the end, but I think I fell asleep right around the part where they was trying to figure out how to take back the ship. So anyway, they got to take back the ship. And he's talking about everybody ain't gonna make it. we gonna have to put some of y'all sons to sleep.
Yes.
For good.
Yes, we must kill them. See, when
Hold on,
hold
on, real quick. I'm building the. I'm trying to think it through here, because some of the Negroes who he would have to put to sleep for good, couldn't we argue that those are also the same Negroes who be getting put to sleep for good, by the police every now and then, and then they organize a new march on Washington for that shit, but in his heart of heart, in his in his moment, it was just a clear stream of consciousness. He's basically saying he got to put them niggas to sleep too if you want order.
Mm-hmm.
But you criticizing the law when the law end up having to put a nigga to sleep every now and then. So it's like that. I'm just trying to paint, just following the logic. I'm just following the bouncing ball. I'm not saying what's right or what's wrong here. I'm just following the bouncing ball. That if he's talking about in order to get order, everybody ain't gonna make it. Some people have to get put to sleep, and then I'm just saying
Well, maybe he's coming at it from this angle. Him and the brothers are going back to the hood, and they're gonna try to mentor these.
Hold on, wait, keep it 100. They ain't ready for that one. They really ain't ready for that one. Go ahead, X.
Yeah, if they do not wish to be mentored, we must kill them. Or, I mean, because this is what he was saying, right? When he was up there with the brothers, right? And they should have had this tape on deck. When he was, soon as he started talking about, mentoring boys without fathers, they should have went ahead and rolled this tape. But if he wants people to be mentored, he wants brothers to come back into these hoods and these impoverished situations and these neighborhoods gone wild / berserk killing fields. If he wants people to go back in there and quote unquote help raise these boys who are fatherless, when do we kill them? Should we kill them before that? After that? I mean, when is he talking about killing them? I mean, because that's basically what he's saying, right? When he says put to sleep for good, right? He's not talking about, putting them in a medical coma and letting them be in the hospital for the rest of their lives, right? He's talking about putting them to sleep for good. So who are the people he wants to put to sleep, and who are the people he wants good brothers to go and mentor? That's what I want to know. That's what I would like to ask him. Who do you want put to sleep, and who do you want mentored?
Yeah, I've heard an OG saying I'm straw manning, but no, I've heard that argument before. They didn't say put him to sleep for good, but I've heard that argument. I don't know if that was good editing by SKC that made it sound like he yelled right there.
Yeah, that's the magic of Brother Supreme. But
I don't know if he yelled for good. That could have been some SKC editing. I don't know. I've never seen the original tape, but however, here's the deal. I've heard that argument that y'all are complaining about what's going on in the hood. It's them the dudes that's in there. They the Pookie and Ray Rays. They out there doing their thing, and y'all men, ain't you? Y'all men just like them. Go stop them. If you don't like what somebody doing in your community, then go stop them. Go deal with it. Oh, y'all ain't gonna stop them. Y'all ain't gonna deal with it. Then it is what it is. It's your fault. It's your fault until you go and clean that shit up. I've heard that argument. And so seeing as that argument gets thrown out there at black men a lot when they criticize what's going on in the community, what conclusion is Dr. Umar Johnson supposed to come to? Okay, we the men, we the leaders of the community. I'm talking from a pro-black perspective. We the men, we the leaders of the community. We want to see something different in the community. the niggas who out there on the nigga shit, they not just gonna stop being on the nigga shit. And so one method is we got to save the boys. Okay, save the young boys. In the process of trying to save the young boys, you're trying to save them, but they seeing all that corruption going on all around them, and some of that corruption is going to get in the way of you doing whatever you got to do to try to save the young boys. Not to mention, it's going to be more. They still going to be reproducing with the corrupt individuals, creating more corrupt individual boys for you to have to save. So if you truly about it about trying to save that, as much as we can clown Umar for that, for good. He did draw a logical. I mean, he did arrive at a conclusion that has some internal logic in it. I'm not saying, I'm not advocating for black men to go dive on all those grenades, but if you follow his logical conclusion in this position from beginning to end, there was internal logic there. So I don't think I'm straw man in Umar's position. That is a conclusion that you have to arrive at if you're really about the business of fixing that shit. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I think the for good clip is how he really feels. I think
come on up, OG. It's just me and your good buddy X up here.
You're bringing on my arch nemesis.
Come on, it's just me and your good. I was about to end the show. We can keep the party going if OG want to come up and talk to his best friend X on this topic. we can keep the party going a little bit longer.
Me and the OG totally disagree on this topic. I mean, we totally disagree. But my thing is, OG.
Hey, what's going on?
What's good with you, man?
What is happening? What's happening? OG,
hey,
in the building.
Y'all can't attack your brother on the school no more. So y'all have to double down on attacking him on other stuff. But look, Bernard, it is a straw man argument due to the fact
break it down.
Due to the fact what you was talking about, police is killing somebody that's running away versus somebody coming into the neighborhood and saying, look, either we go work together and we're going to rebuild this community. We're not talking about chasing somebody down and shooting them, something like that. But if the person came to you, just say you was dealing with a gang and they came to you and they was threatening you and threatening bodily harm or something like that, yeah, you have a right. Minister Farrakhan has said that for years. Malcolm X said that for years. Elijah Muhammad said that for years. So this is not even a new concept. Either you have the right to protect yourself, bro. Well, we're not talking about that when we're talking about these police shootings, how our people be treated. So it's a straw man argument. When you even bring that into the same arena.
Well, okay, I just want to make it clear that I wasn't. If the police is chasing somebody down and shooting them in the back, then I wasn't including that. What I'm saying is
But that's mostly what we've been seeing, women. That's mostly what we've been seeing, and mostly what these marches and all these other things are, getting people emotionally involved in what's going on, is seeing that type of stuff. You know what? If I seen a black man swinging on a police or something like that, in which I can give you backstories on this, I wouldn't have no problem at all of police protecting himself. He has to make it home too. So I'm not one of these anti-police person that they don't have a right to protect themselves. But that's mostly what we haven't. That's not what we've been seeing in some of these events that we've been seeing. Y'all even joke about a man getting choked, killed to death on the street, bro.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. If you're talking, I mean, if it's the situation. What the hell? Come on now.
That's my phone. That's my phone.
Right.
That's my phone. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, I got rid of it.
Okay, cool. No, you did.
No. I'm getting rid.
I mute you up until you get rid of it. But okay. There are situations, being as fair and charitable as possible here. There are situations where a dude was completely innocent, and I normally will argue on behalf. you know, if it's questionable like that situation, like you said, somebody swung on the police. There was a situation where a dude was basically in an MMA wrestling match with 2 police officers, and he was handling them. I forgot his name. Y'all probably know his name in the chat room. And he wrestled a taser away from one of them, and then tried to use the taser on one of them, and then got shot. I mean, situations like that, we can't pretend like Negroes ain't still marching over shit like that and making big protest signs and ranting and raving and doing a whole lot over situations like that.
Well,
real quick. Hold on, real quick. The only comparison that I was making is that when Umar is talking about that, if we really get about it about cleaning up the community, it's gonna be some niggas that gonna have to get put down for good. All I'm saying is that was the same type of nigga that would have to get put down for good. That same person that in another context who got put down by the police, he ended up Umar would lead a rally against a social media rally against somebody like that was wrestling with the police, took the taser from him, tried to shoot the police with the taser, then got shot. Umar would lead the social media rally about justice for so-and-so, whatever that dude's name is. I can't think.
Let's just break down what you just
Umar,
said.
Umar would lead the social media rally for that. However, if he go and do what he's talking about doing, that's the same type of person that he would also have to be advocating for black people to put down too in order to fix the community. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Let's break down what you just said, just from your example. Okay. Let's break down what you just said. I don't know the cover story of what you just said about the brother who was wrestling with the police, and then he got the taser.
That was Rashad Brooks, right?
Rashad Brooks, that's his name. Thank you.
Okay, so I don't know how that got started, but let me ask you a question before I even get into that. When do anyone has the right to protect their life?
When their life is threatened.
Okay, so that means if it's the police, if it's the mailman, it's whoever it may be, just because a person wear a badge and we might look at a situation that person could be threatening themselves. And I can give y'all a channel with ex-police and ex-sheriff department who do a great job in breaking down what the police is actually doing. And they're not one of these pro-black brothers who's out there carrying the red, black, and green flag. What I'm saying is, as a citizen of this planet, not just the United States, you have a right to protect your life at any time. And no police, no government official has the right to put your life in threaten when you're not threatening theirs. So let's just take that situation. Say they was doing something underhanded to that brother, all right? And then that brother wanted to protect his life. And he wrestled the taser from the police. The taser is called a non-legal force. So why would you use legal force on something that you already admitted to being non-legal force? So that's what I'm saying. You lethal. So help me out a little bit. You know, I only went to the 3rd grade. Okay. So anyway, but you understand what I'm saying with this argument, right? So sometimes we're looking at something, but I always have to ask each individual, black, white, green, or whatever color you might fall under. Every individual has a right to defend for their life. And just because a person wear a badge and a gun don't mean that you don't have a right to fight for your life. And I think a lot of situations that we see, if you go to some of these other channels that these are auditors who audited the police and government officials, you start looking at some of them channels, the things that we laugh at about over here, we wouldn't laugh at. Because we'll understand that there are white people who are going out there doing way worse things, and they're putting police in their place because they're letting them know they have this right, that right, this right, that right. And now you have a lot of black police who coming from the Black Police Association, and they're starting to speak out things that we've been laughing about. See, and that's why I say it's a straw man argument. We know we go clean up something. Some people go out to be put to sleep. And some people go be put to sleep.
Hey,
who's out there fighting.
All right. All right. I'm gonna go to keep it 100 real quick. And I hear, even though I got some small disagreements, I hear and respect what you're saying, OG. The aspect of it, because sometimes over here, my channel was guilty of it. When there's situations where, you know, the dude didn't really do nothing wrong. Where, I mean, he was kind of was clowning, but they didn't have to shoot him. Situations like that, I will pump the brakes and make sure that I'm, you know, properly defend the brother who didn't have to get shot. But I ain't gonna never be on board defending the ones who was begging to get shot. You ain't gonna never see me do that, because some of them
and me
begging
neither.
to get shot. You know, it's like it is what it is. You
It
play
is what it
that
is.
stupid, yeah, you play that stupid game, you get the stupid prize. It is what it is.
Right.
But real quick before I go to keep it 100, we got Deacon poet and philosopher Deacon Salty Balls in the building. He said, "Scroll of Merchants 2 and 2, thine rain down from the aethers, one who is whole's worth of coin from the guild. May your chalice and goblets of prosperity show overrunneth with plenty, and forever rebuke she heathenry all days of your life." Here, absolutely, 100%. Salute to the great Deacon Salty Balls in the building. Shout out to you. Where is
That's a hell of a name.
Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth and suck them and suck them.
That never gets.
Hey, Bernard, I want to thank somebody who was on your channel the other day who he heard something true and he agreed along with it. And so I don't know who exactly that person was, but I like to thank him, because you always say your channel is not a regurgitating other people talking points, and it's not a kumbaya whole hand. And so I like to thank people who can think freely and don't have to follow a crowd.
Yeah, okay. I support thinking freely too. I think you're referring to Marcus. Keep 100 below you. When you came up and you spoke on something and he agreed with you, I kind of agree with your general point that you was making right there. I agree with you sometimes, but you know you be tripping. You be tripping.
Yeah, 20%, Mark. I get you. I took it from 15 to 20%.
No, but see, okay,
But
see,
go ahead. Go ahead. Keep 100.
So I want to say this now. Bernard, you just agreed with him, but you agreed with his straw man. See, Bernard did not make a straw man argument. He drew a parallel. Okay, that's what he
good
did.
point, yeah.
Okay, OG, you are in fact making the straw man argument, and I'm going to tell you why. You use the word straw man incorrectly.
Okay, thank you. And then so I won't have to use it in the future.
Absolutely. A straw man argument is an argument that you're misrepresenting the argument that is being made. You created an argument and then you argued against that argument. So you created the argument about police defending themselves. Nobody made that argument. That is your straw man. Bernard didn't say that it's okay for police to shoot unarmed black men or shoot black men unjustifiably. He didn't make that argument, nor did he make an argument against self-defense. You made two straw man arguments here.
But don't.
I'm not done yet.
Okay, but I just want to. You know, I'm kind of slow, so I'm gonna have to take it a little pill at a time.
I'm not gonna call you slow.
No. I'm just saying I got to take a spoonful. Hey, look. I'm gonna have to take a spoonful at a time, so I can't let you get too far out there, so I can understand.
Okay. So
in the gist of what you just said,
go ahead. I wasn't done, but go ahead.
In the gist of what you just said, even having that conversation, all them ingredients come with that cake. Because you can't talk about an incident without knowing all the ingredients, what made that incident happen. So yeah, you don't have to come out and say exactly it was self-defense or it was this and what's that.
Straw man argument. I'm not gonna go with that. See, this is the argument. So let's get to the real argument.
I'm trying to understand it though.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you understand. Umar said
please.
Gotta be put to sleep for good. He didn't make an argument for self-defense. All right. When Umar said that, it wasn't a self-defense argument. He's saying, look, some of these guys got to go. So since you are a defender of Umar, defend that statement. How do you suggest that we get rid of these black men? How do you think this looks?
Well,
what do you want that to look like?
Okay, I think you're missing a very important part.
No, I'm asking you a question, bro.
I'm answering. Can I answer the way I need to answer it? So
no, don't respond. I want you to answer.
No, I'm answering the question. You say so I'm answering. You forgetting one caveat of that. What he said. He said thugs. He didn't say no little child. He said thugs. That means there are criminal. There's people who are doing criminal things in the community.
Absolutely.
That you go wait a minute. That you go have to confront. And confronting a criminal, it's not like a Martin Luther King speech. And so when you're confronting thugs, as he said, then they don't really contribute to understanding you as a human being, and they will probably want to take your life. So I put all that in there. Like when y'all be saying some things, y'all be saying we're not talking about all people.
Well,
so
we didn't need you to say that. What I'm saying is this. I'm gonna ask you again directly. Those thugs that you just mentioned, because I think we all understand the context of what he said.
Right.
Bernard drew a parallel when he mentioned the police shooting the thug versus Umar saying the thug has to be put to sleep. That's a parallel. It's not straw man.
It still would be threatening.
No, I'm not done. You started talking about the police and self-defense, and that had nothing to do with nothing. That's a straw man. What I'm asking you is, how do we carry out Umar Johnson's directive of putting the thug to sleep? How do you want that to look? Should we just go out and like the Punisher and shoot him like the police would? Like
no. See, you
so then how you want it to look?
Okay, well, I'm telling you how I wanted it to look, and I try to explain it from the beginning. Then the first thing, wait a minute. I explained it from the beginning, and you call it a straw man argument.
No, you explain.
No. Let me explain it again.
Talking about.
Let me explain it again.
Okay, well, don't tell me who he's talking about.
Okay, so when you, hey, bro, you're not the Johnny Cochran you think you are. Okay, so
apparently I am.
No, just cool out for a second and let me
apparently
talk.
I am. Because you're dancing around my question.
I'm not dancing around anywhere. You don't want to tap dance with banana peels on your shoe. Let me get it in. Okay.
Don't tell me, it's the dog he's talking about. We know who he's talking about. How do you want to kill it? How do you want to put these men to sleep?
You gonna keep asking the same question so I can't answer your question, bro?
No, stop giving me everything but the
answer. Stop telling me, qualify what I'm saying by the way you think what I'm saying. Let me say it. Thank you. So, what I said was.
Go ahead, bro. I'm listening.
What I said was, and all them things we're talking about, Bernard said at the beginning, how the police said that it would be the same thing as the police who goes in our community and had to get rid of some of the same people. Okay? Now, that's a blanket statement. All right? And when you go on the other side, and he was talking about thugs, so Bernard put it all together. But each one of them situations is something different. That's all I was saying. And so when you break them down and you
not the answer. You're not answering my question.
Wait, bro, Bernard.
All right, just let him make it to the end. Just let him make it to the end.
Thank you. Damn. You must have went to the house of prayer or something, bro. But anyway, what house of prayer? You probably don't know about it.
I really don't.
Oh yeah, okay. You a cool guy though. I like it though.
No doubt.
All right, I like it though. But anyway, what I'm saying is, this is the problems when we talk about certain issues in our community. This is the problem. There's so many layers on it. Then we can always come back and say it's a straw man argument. But when you're understanding that each event that happens, you have to break it down. And it has a lot of ingredients. It could have self-defense. It could just be a rogue cop. It could just be a thug. And so you have to look at each one of them incidents and then break it down. And that's what I was covering. Because Umar said you had to come in the community. And some of these guys, you go have to put to sleep. Because he knows, wait a minute, bro. By any means necessary. Have you ever heard that term?
So how do we determine who gets
when you have and the first thing I said to Bernard was when it is a man has the right to defend himself.
We ain't talking about self-defense.
Wait.
Just let me ask you this. I mean, well, okay.
Going in circles.
Marcus.
No, I'm not going in circles.
He's asking a real direct question. So let me just try to put the question in a different way to see if we could, really tease it out. Do you think, and I've made this argument before, that if black people was in full control and had a full, just a blank check to try to figure out what they're going to do to solve and fix the problems in the community, I've said myself that a lot of the tactics that that black people would fully put in place would be similar, if not worse, than a lot of the tactics that we see coming from the government, rather with state, local, or rather local, federal, or state or whatever. We would. My thing is, we would see a lot of the same things, and then when I listen to Umar saying that in order for us to fix this, some people would have to get put down for good.
Right.
That could have. I'm looking at it like, okay, give him full governmental power and a blank check to do what he got to do to truly fix the black community. Yes, he would pull out some extreme measures, and then
Let me give you an example.
Getting to the question, like who would determine?
Oh, let me give you an example.
Who determines who has to get put down and who doesn't, or what for what reason, who, what, when, why, and where? When you get into breaking, okay, go ahead. Now you don't want me to ask the question. Go ahead.
No, you said you was go. No, you said you was gonna lay it out so I could understand. So I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
How that would look, and maybe TPOT can give me a little reinforcement on this. There was a time when the Nation of Islam was called in to a community in New York. All right. We went in there and we cleaned up the housing projects with no guns. It looked nothing like what the government did. And did we have to fight? Yes. Did we have to unarm guys? Yes. But it didn't look nothing like the police department. Didn't look nothing like the FBI department.
Are you talking about the Bronx?
But your man Umar said you gotta kill men. You gotta kill them. He said put to sleep me.
Wait a minute. Listen,
hold on. You're defending Umar. He said it on the video.
I'm not defending Umar. I'm giving you an example now, bro.
All these other examples of how it was done.
You got a hiccup. You're stuck in the square and you can't get out of it.
Umar. You said we're attacking Umar because he built
y'all
the
attack
school, so
Umar.
we
y'all
can't
been
attack
attacking
that
him for
no more.
years.
He said the men got to be put to sleep.
No,
put
what
to sleep
again?
means
What I
you got to
said
kill
again.
him. So according to Umar, we should go to Chicago and shoot random gang members.
No, he ain't saying nothing about
That's
shooting
what he's
nobody.
saying, bro.
No,
and you trying to dance around the shit.
Can I tell you
something?
What
you
trying to
euthanize
dance around the shit, bro.
Can I tell you something, bro?
So according to Umar's directive, we should go to Chicago and shoot the GDs up.
Can I tell you something, bro?
And shoot all the KK or whatever is out there. That's what he's saying. Put to sleep.
Wait a minute. Can I tell you
Put
something?
to sleep means you gotta kill him.
Wait a minute.
Not talk to him, not confront him, not clean it up, not we went in there without guns. No, it means you gotta kill him. That's what your man Umar Johnson said. So eat that, bro. And respond to that.
You go to
all these straw men, straw man arguments, bro.
Okay, again.
Straw man.
I'm gonna say it again. Wait. But nah, I wanted really the TPOT to come in.
Straw man.
He was bro. God damn it!
Hold on.
I'm enjoying listening to this.
Okay, I know you are. So I don't. Number one, my brother do what I like. I don't need a gun. I can kill a man in less than 3 seconds.
But Umar obviously does need a gun.
Okay,
he said.
No, he don't.
Wait, you want anesthesia?
Wait. Umar is not going in there as a technical security or anything. He might organize.
So what do you think?
But I'm saying is, you saying he can't go to the nation.
What does it mean to put someone to sleep for good?
Say what?
What does it mean to put someone to sleep for good?
It can mean a lot of. It can mean a lot of things, bro.
Oh, that's nonsense.
It can mean a lot of things.
No, come on.
No. I'm serious. It can mean a lot of things.
Put to sleep for good.
Brother Umar is very.
He said put to sleep for good.
Wait. I can put you to sleep for good, and you can wake up the next morning, bro.
No, that's not for good.
How's that for good?
Not serious?
It's for good for that day.
Hey, yo, Bernard. Yo, he just does it for you. He just does it for you, bro.
He didn't say send him to bed for the night. He didn't say give him a cat nap.
No.
Yo, OG, man. Yo, you my man, man. You my man. That's my guy, man. OG,
I put many men to sleep. I put many men to sleep and awake.
For good.
No, forever. For that day.
For good means forever. No,
that
night. Yo,
That ain't a good night's rest.
Yeah, good
yo,
night.
he just does it for you.
Wait a minute.
He
This
just
is
does
what-
it for
wait a minute.
you, bro.
Hey,
Yo,
bro,
OG,
this
I
is a
thank
boxing.
you, man.
Wait a minute,
Thank
this
you
is
for
a
making me
boxing
look
term.
like the Johnny
No,
Cochran
this is
that I
a
am.
boxing term. You don't know about. You probably don't know about. This is a boxing term. This is a boxing term.
Well,
All
go
right.
night,
When
nigga.
9, 6, 5, wherever you want to go.
Oh
So,
man,
you know what I mean? Night. That's a boxing term.
good.
Yeah. But
Good.
now you don't have to
Thug
play it
energy.
again.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Thug energy is normally anger and pain. That's all it is. I know, because I do therapy with them thugs. And once they see I ain't scared of them, then we can have a conversation. And fellas, I want to be clear now. When we go back to take over the community, because we're going to have to do it. But I want to be clear. And I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood.
That we're gonna have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood.
Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep. Fuck that!
All right.
See.
I don't know if that could have been some SKC editing with the good. Put him to sleep for good.
I don't know. See, I don't.
Yeah, but either
But
way,
what I'm
he said
saying
what he
is,
said.
What he said at the beginning now, it goes exactly what I said. Now, all that stuff at the end, that Hollywood at the end, that's something totally different. I can't tell if it's true or it was put in or whatever. But
I'm sure the video's online to be seen by.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure.
Hey, bro, if you get a perm, you know you look like a comedian. You know who I'm talking about? Cat. You look like Cat Williams a little bit.
What's this guy talking about that?
What the fuck?
I say Cat Williams. I say he kind of look like Cat Williams. That's all I'm saying.
It's kind of random here.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying.
That was very.
No, he do look like Cat. No. If that brother shaved, he would look just like
another
Cat.
deflection, man. Now we off the topic again.
No. I'm sorry, bro.
All right, real quick.
I was trying to give you a compliment, bro.
I don't know if Cat Williams is a compliment.
Compliment Cat Williams. Yeah. Like leading man, Cat Williams. Yeah, sure.
That brother is a genius. Y'all better look him up. He is a genius.
Then tell me I think like him, not that I look like him.
Okay, I'm sorry then, bro. I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right, True, hold on real quick. True hype in the building, the $5 super chat. He says the RB case in Atlanta. Who is that? What is RB case? Is that the name of the guy? The RB case in Atlanta is a bad example. He was drunk in a drive-through. I can't think of the name.
Rashard Brooks.
Rashard Brooks. Okay. The Rashard Brooks case in Atlanta is a bad example. He was drunk in a drive-through and didn't want to go back to prison on probation violation. Tasers are less lethal. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. I could dispute that. I mean, you take a taser from a cop and use it on them. That if I'm a cop and I'm wrestling with somebody and they grab my taser and they try to use it on me, they might get shot. That they,
Well, the law says you can't escalate. Wait a minute. Let's go back. What the law says. The law says is you have to use the same force the other person used on you. You can't escalate.
It's already escalated.
No. Let's go by the letter of the law, not the intent what you have in your head right about now. You have to go by the letter of the law.
All right. Let me just move on. Captain Cisco in the building with the $2 super chat. He says you watch email. I did see your email. I watched about half of the video about the alien whistleblower for the aliens. I like I said, probably won't do a show on it, but it was an interesting watch. I'm skeptical.
Only thing you have to do is look at your president.
All right, yeah, he's gonna unzip from the outer human shell.
No, I'm just saying, look at his eyes now and look at his eyes 20 years ago. I ain't never seen a white man with that black eyes like that in my life. Go back 20 years and look at him now.
Is Biden a lizard person?
No, I'm not saying is a lizard person. I'm just saying is you can't deny what you're seeing.
All right. Dane C in the building says, BR and panel salute OG. Would you be for martial law? We was about to get into that because somebody said, I think it was Salty Balls who said he's giving some Denzel Washington vibes when you're talking about that. I was going to ask you about the Nation of Islam going to take he said y'all got called in by who? I don't know. Maybe the people of the community need y'all to come in and clean something up. Y'all went in unarmed like Steven Seagal and Denzel and the Equalizer, doing little snapping
We did
wrists.
it in real time. We did it in real time, not
all right.
Hollywood. We did it in real time.
Right on, right on. Hey, look, if that's what happened, I mean, okay.
Ask
All right.
Give you the backstory on that one.
Ask who?
TPOT.
Okay, all right, we'll get into that. But hold on, let me get to the super chat. Salty Balls in the building with a $10 super chat. He says the mystery of chess boxing for those who are rhetorically strong. Fallacies highlight those who are oratorically wrong. Now, this prowess prominently displayed how this crowd is held dominantly at bay. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that, Deacon Salty Balls. Shout out to Dane C in the building. Says, didn't AMS talk about putting people to sleep? I don't know what you're talking about right there, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Says, I'll put the Umar clip here. 22 seconds. All right. I don't know what he's referring to, the clip that we already watched or some other clip. I'm not 100% clear on what he means by that, but thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. All right. Okay. He's dropping the Umar clip. Okay. I'll dig that. I'll dig that up. I mean, I'll double check which one you put. I think I know which one you putting down right there. But all right, go ahead, Game Changer. What you got on this?
Yeah, so salute to everybody. Salute to the panel, Teapot, OG, Marcus, Bernard. Yeah.
Peace, brother Game Changer.
What's up? What's up? Not much. But yeah, the last Dr. Umar clip that you showed, it really, with him, for whatever reason, and a lot of Black people, but we're talking about him right now. They feel like there's some need to take over the hood, as opposed to just letting the hood be the hood. Like he did say in the previous one that Black men should, if you're a dentist, you should still live in the hood. Like there's this need to stay and conquer the poorest part of every town. It's very weird when you could just go anywhere else. It's a very African way to think. And by that, I mean, everybody else is nomadic, meaning that they traveled the world. In fact, that is what gave Europeans domination, is that they traveled and discovered the Americas. And with half of the world's resources, they were able to take the remaining half. So, but Africans kind of stayed put. They stayed in the exact same place that they evolved into humans. So, you know,
you put that harsh. Like, okay, wow, okay, carry on.
That just told me he don't know history.
Oh, really? Then you're telling me that they left?
No, I'm saying we were the first travelers, bro. How you think this planet got populated? How do you think this planet got populated?
Well, hold on, wait, time out.
Hold on, right quick.
Go
Of the Africans that traveled, they turned into Asians, Europeans, Native Americans, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Necessarily.
So, yeah, of the African humans that traveled, the ones that traveled the most wound up in a place other than Africa, OG.
What about South America?
Thank you.
South Americans were brought in.
Right, he's right. I gotta get
no. Hold on. South Americans, the Black ones at least, were brought into Africa. Or excuse me,
to explain that simpler, I think what Game Changer is saying, the Africans who are still in Africa are the descendants of the Africans that never left. Everybody else that spread all over the world, give or take, migrations by modern technology, those are the descendants of Africans who left Africa. Is that a fair statement?
I'll go with that one.
Okay,
yeah, fair enough.
I'll go with that.
I'd say for the most part, but not 100%.
Yeah,
but I mean, we had travelers that went in and out of Africa throughout world history. I mean, come on, man. I'm not.
I agree. I agree that there's a lot of people who traveled at various times. I mean, there was hundreds of thousands of different migrations at different times.
Right.
So
when
yes, black people. I do.
You'll fall off. When you thought it was square, you'll fall off. We was traveling 1,000 years before that.
Yeah, this is.
When he was pulling this woman by the hair, eating raw meat, we was traveling in the water, bro.
This is factual. But I want to hear.
Right, let's get back to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. Go
Wow,
ahead,
I completely lost.
Anyway,
so our need to stay put and to find some type of comfort in the area that we're in seems to be deep in the spirit of Dr. Umar Johnson, is what I'm getting at. As opposed to looking for greener pastures like Christopher Columbus or, Magellan and Marco Polo or something like that, or any black dentist who should leave the hood. They want to stay and get into war with Pookie and Ray Ray. Between dental visits and things like that. That's a very weird thing to do. Like,
But let me ask you a question, Game Train. Let me ask you a question towards that point.
Sure.
Could you look back in the history when the dentists and the doctors and the lawyers did stay in, and it was a much better place to be at because you had more than one perspective of life you can look at versus when they decided to leave?
Better than what? Because, and that's a good question, OG, but my counter to that would be better than what? So let's just say dentists and doctors and something like that, they stayed in the hood and you had this hybrid of hood niggas and dentists, and versus if the dentists and doctors left and created their own neighborhood and you just had like a better neighborhood with no hood niggas.
Well, so, I got that. But what usually happen in them cases.
I'm answering your question. OG.
Yes, go ahead.
So you're having three hypothetical neighborhoods. One filled with dentists and doctors and no hood niggas. The second filled with both dentists, doctors, and hood niggas. And the third filled only with hood niggas. Now I'm going to rank them. I rank the ones only with hood niggas at the bottom, the ones with the hybrid in the middle, and the ones with just dentists and doctors at the top, at the very top. So to answer your question, they would be better than some, yet they would be worse than others.
I'm gonna piggyback off a Game Changer for a second, because this is what I'm not gonna say this is an African way of thinking. It's an African American way of thinking. Nowhere in any white trailer park do you have dentists and doctors. White people are allowed to separate themselves by class. And the top and the bottom of Black society has to live in the hood, according to this logic. Okay? So why can't Black people have enclaves where affluent Black people live and then let the hood niggas be hood niggas?
That's what I push for.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think y'all.
Because hold on. One more thing.
Go ahead.
There is no push from white society to save the trailer park or to save any other collective of poor white people from being poor or from being dysfunctional or for being socially backwards, right?
Welcome to Game Changers 0010.
Sorry, when white people are above other white people, they separate themselves from those people. Right? But geographically, they geographically live in different places. If white people will move from the small town to the big city, if they have aspirations, and the ones that don't stay where they are in the small village, small town, and they'll be their sheriff or the deputy or whatever, the village idiot. And that person that went to the big city does not say, well, I got to give back to the village of the small town that I left. They gone. They out of there. Only Black Americans think that you're going to go and bust your ass to become successful, to still live in the impoverished geographical location with all the crime and all this and all that, for those people to eventually cut your neck off for what you've built and accumulated. You got to get away from those people. So if we ain't going to put them to sleep, you got to get away from those people geographically. And that's
okay.
You know why that is, right? Hold on a second, OG. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You know why that is, brother? Keep it 100, right?
Absolutely.
Because people will tell you that even though these white folks live in the trailer park, that they are more aligned with those white people than they are aligned with you. See, we always talk this stuff about, oh, white people do it too, white people do it too. But a lot of times when people are talking about this crap, man, what they're really basing it on is how white people would treat you opposed to how they would treat these white trailer park people. Now, everybody knows that, goddamn it, ain't no dentists or doctors or lawyers or accountants or anybody living in the damn trailer park. They know that.
Because I've been there.
But they'll turn around and tell you that, oh, well, even though that white man live in a trailer park, guess what? He probably doing better than you and you middle class. It's this whole hazy, nuanced bunch of BS that I don't think anyone believes. But I want to go back to what. Go ahead.
No, I'm
gonna get this in. I don't want to lose his point. I don't want to lose his point.
Every black man on this panel, and I've been in the trailer park. You're all doing better than those people.
Okay, well, I want to put this in here because I think this is where the conversation it stays on top. All right, I have traveled this country probably just as well as anybody on this panel and outside of this country. All right, there's not enough damn trailer parks in the United States to hold all poor white people. And one thing I have discovered, and I ask black people all the time, where is outside the trailer park? Where is the white projects at? And not one person can point me out a white project. That shows you again, and you say why black people think the way they think, because you can ask the Oprahs, you can ask anybody else. We are looked at as a group, regardless if we don't want to be a part of that group or want to be a part of that group. All these famous people you see, you can ask them stories and they can say, even when I was rich, I was discriminated against. So what I'm saying is you got different things happening at the same time. And it seemed like if we lived in a real world where there was no person as an individual be treated as a group, your statement would be true. But due to the fact is we treat it as a group. I mean, you probably look at the news and say to yourself, I hope that wasn't a black man. Because or hurt that wasn't a black woman who did that, because they treat us as a group. But more than all of that I just said, can anybody in the chat room or on this panel point out to me where is a white project at? And that shows you that white man.
Let me respond.
I could
simply, well, right quick, let me respond. Black people have a tendency to live in. Okay, thank you. Black
projects wasn't built for black people, first of all.
Okay, I understand that. All right, hold on, wait, hold on. All right, we gonna one at a time. I'm gonna see what Game Changer had to say on that one. Jason Wolf in the chat says there are plenty in Pennsylvania and Ohio, but go ahead, Game Changer, then keep it 100.
Thank you. So prior to gentrification, black people had a tendency to, and after the Great Migration, black people have a tendency to live in large, densely populated cities, which required housing projects, which is a large, densely populated area. Now, white people, the poor white people included, they tend to live in more rural or suburban areas, in which case they simply have poor neighborhoods that are complete with Roseanne type houses where they, live together, or, the poorest of them in those rural areas, or those, flyover states, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They kind of live in backwater, dilapidated housing, as opposed to the city projects, because let's face it, they're not in the city like that. So that's why they don't have like quote unquote city projects, OG, because they have a different way of living.
Oh, I understand that. I just wanted somebody to answer that question. I understand it.
No, and I just answered.
But I did put another point in there too. I did put that very important point, that why we think the way we think, because we always looked at as a group. Could somebody answer that? And that might play into the psyche why people might want to live in.
Okay, group is one thing, but again, you have groups of white people of a particular class that live in a geographical location. You got other groups of white people that live in a different location. That
wasn't my question.
A higher class. No, but it wasn't your question. You said we looked at it as a group. I don't address straw man arguments, bro. Right now we're talking
about. That's not a straw man argument. We are looked at as a group.
Okay, but what you're doing is you're saying
we looked at as a group just by skin color, bro. That's what I'm dealing with.
Okay, so then let me address that. What you're doing is you're taking the white supremacist point of view that all black people of every class should live in the same geographical location and not separate themselves by class like white folks do. So you're doing that.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm
hold
just
on, hold on,
asking
hold
the
on.
question.
You're essentially running with the idea of redlining folks, okay, by skin tone of every class.
But you're choosing me announcing that, but I'm not the person who is doing that. So that's why I asked the question. I'm just the messenger. I'm not doing it. I'm not telling you to think any kind of way. I'm just telling you what's actually happening.
So look. So you're saying we're looked at as a group. Okay, yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
are. Okay, but they're a group too.
Yes, sir. But look. They're looked at as a group. Wait.
Ain't no white people on this panel. You're saying that.
I'm saying they looked at a group just like you explained it at the beginning. As
okay.
Being
so what does that
mean?
I said, okay,
right?
I agree with you. We're looked at as a group. What's your point?
My point is,
okay.
even though that you have, I say it plays on your psychological evaluation of your whole life. Even when you become rich and you live in another neighborhood, say you move to, we have Baldwin Hill out here in California. All right, that's been a prominent, upstanding black community, some of the highest real estate in California. All right, we understand that. We understand that.
So why should those people that live there be concerned about what's
I'm not
going
asking them people to live there. I'm talking about new people.
Okay, I'm just asking the question, brother. Do you think that those people in that neighborhood, that affluent black neighborhood that you just mentioned, should be concerned about the politics and the going-ons in a lower class black neighborhood, community, whatever you want to call it?
I'm saying they should be concerned. The reason why because nobody lives on an island, even though that might be where your house is, you still got to intermingle in the metro city. And so if you wait, let me finish.
You answer the question. I ain't concerned about what goes on in the south side of Chicago.
I'm just saying if you have to if you have to come to the city, or your daughters have to come to the city, or your sons have to come to the city.
Why would they have to
wait. Listen. The hood in California, the hood is everywhere, bro. It ain't just in one little space. And if you have to go downtown, just say you have to go downtown LA. Let me finish what I'm saying. If you have to go downtown LA and you're not concerned about what's going on in that area, that demographic, the geographic area, and you sending your daughter, so you living in an island where you're living in Baldwin Hill, but you know you got to travel to the city to do your work. And I'm saying is you're not aware of what's going on, or you're not doing something. Wait. I don't say you have to go down there and physically and put your hands on it. I'm talking about legislation, getting bills, or whatever, being coordinated with your police department or something. You acting as if it's not going on. That don't help nobody. Not even yourself.
So everywhere is the hood.
Well, let me put it to OG like this. The whole idea and the concept is that, you know, white people get to be distinctions between them. There's different classes. We understand that there's rich white people, there's upper middle class, there's middle class, there's lower class, there's dirt poor, then degenerates out there going off meth in the middle of the street in Philly somewhere. We understand all of that. But black people, we look at it, you know, as more just one big, we're all the same, all got to be in the same spot, get criticized if you gather the means to not be in the hood and you move somewhere else. And, you know, my thing is, or my question is that, does that push come from outside or from within? The whole idea that we all the same, there's no class among black people. Is that somebody else putting that on us, or is that black people putting that on black people?
I think
we are the black board.
I think it comes from I think it comes from all different directions.
I agree with him.
I really do. I really do.
But I think that the biggest push comes from inside, especially with these pro-black.
Yeah, but wait. It has.
White folks have got to redline us no more. Now we redline ourselves.
Okay, so again, I guess you haven't looked at the lawsuits in the last 5 years. So
I'm using that next time somebody get criticized for moving out the hood. Even y'all trying to redline niggas.
Wait. I'm not criticizing. And I'm not criticizing anyone for doing anything. But the reality don't go away just because we're having a conversation, we're having a conversation about it, trying to figure out how do the mind get that way. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times I come up and y'all thinking I'm pushing an agenda or something. I'm just asking the questions.
So let me say this. Downtown
let
LA.
me finish. Can I finish?
Let me finish.
No doubt.
Please let me finish. If you say LA downtown ain't the damn hood, bro.
No, he's basically saying the hood of it. Listen, so a person, and I've seen it, OG. I've seen it. When I went to university, there were black people that never been to the hood, nor did they have any desire to go. I mean, it's not reason. You can't just say that a person because that everybody's bus line somehow just goes through the hood or something like that, so they have to be aware. That's not true. I mean, simply put, like in the Oakland Hills, they do not. Hold on, real quick. In the Oakland Hills, they do not have to deal with flatland brothers like myself. Trust me. This comes from a dude who had a thing for upper middle class females, or at least women who were born to upper middle class families. I had to go to them to find them. It was a whole different world that they lived in, and they can choose to completely ignore our world, and they do, rightly so.
Okay.
Those Baldwin Hill,
yes,
yeah, Baldwin Hill. People and their kids only would have to come to the hood if they want to. That is ridiculous to assume.
When they come off that hill, when they come off that hill to get to their house, they have to go through the hood to get to their house. This is what I'm saying.
They do not.
Let me finish.
No, they do not. Like, and even if they do,
let me finish.
Real quick. Even by some strange reason, like the hood just so happened to be right next to the freeway, they don't actually have to get out their car or anything. They could just ignore it and throw a Whole Foods wrapper at it as they drive off. They do not have to deal with hood niggas at all.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm gonna give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. Okay.
Okay. Name the hood. I've been LA. Name the hood.
I'm in LA pretty often.
Some of you all sound just like my brother, who's night and day from me. He's a nuclear technician, stayed in the submarine for 7 years. He think everything has rose glasses in his own world. But when he got his car jacked and got a damn gun put to his head, then he awakened to there is a reality, and sometimes you can't escape it just because you enclose yourself in your own redlining. You still have to mingle with society. You still gonna be places.
Where was he at when he got that gun put to his head?
He was in Charlotte, North Carolina. But he's from New York.
He was in the. I mean, that's sort of was he in the hood?
See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Bernard. Even in
like you just said, a nuclear physicist or nuclear engineer or whatever you said, went to the hood and got a gun pulled on him. That's what I'm saying.
Again, this is why y'all laugh at shit that you don't understand. You laugh at shit you don't.
He must have been. I live in Charlotte. He must have been near Lincoln Heights some damn way.
What don't we understand?
He was in Lincoln Heights.
Was he in Lincoln Heights? You keep laughing at things you don't understand. Maybe
what don't we understand?
Wait. And listen to Stevie Wonder's superstition. Okay, to come down from Baldwin Hill, you either gonna have to come down on Crenshaw or you gonna have to come down on La Brea.
And that's my point. And
stop. Let
me say this.
Wait a minute. If you got a helicopter or something like that,
let me say this. It is problem free. Okay. When I was out there going to a wedding, I had to drive down Compton Boulevard and shit like that. I did not have to deal with local hood niggas on whatever their politics is. This is just me going from one place to another. And yeah, there's suburbs on Compton Boulevard.
Sure, man.
It sounds good.
Exactly. It's not. Why are you
No,
making it
it's
seem?
not-
Why do you make it
I'm
seem
not
like you
saying-
gotta go to the
wait,
liquor
wait.
store and shake
Just
hands with niggas?
Wait.
See,
Just because
you
you're
one
in
of
the
those
hood, that don't
check-in
mean
people.
anything had to
You
happen.
are one
to
of
you.
those check-in people.
No,
You
I'm not
check in with Suge
for
Knight.
anything.
You still do that. You still paying rent to Suge Knight, aren't you?
No,
I'm telling you, it's
I'm not.
that
You gotta
check-in
tap
mentality.
in. You
No,
gotta tap
what I'm
in when you go to the
saying is-
hood. You gotta
and
tap in.
I was just talking about that. I was just talking about that on movie night. You know, you want to know who didn't check in? The rapper that didn't check in, Will Smith. When he did Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Suge Knight was like, "Yeah, you got to check in." And Will Smith called them people, and by them people, I'm talking about white people. And then they called back, and they was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have the Attorney General check in with you." And Suge Knight didn't speak to him again. Didn't hear from that nigga again. Why?
Yep.
Because Will Smith separated himself from the garbage and foolishness that goes on in the hood.
You're still
Like
talking about
every
something you don't
every
understand.
person that
you're talking about things you don't understand. You're
I
talking
do.
about you
I've
understand.
seen it on the
No, you
interview.
don't understand because
No,
you
I
think it was
don't
just about a
understand it
phone
because I
call.
don't check in.
Do you know Will
I
Smith
don't
was
understand it
protected
because I don't
way
check
before
in.
he
You
made
want to
that
know
phone
why I
call?
don't check in?
Do you
Because I don't
understand
owe
Will
them
Smith was
niggas shit.
protected
I
way
do
before
not
he made
owe.
that phone
I
call?
do not owe
Do
local
you
hood
understand?
niggas shit.
Hey,
That's why.
do you
You're right. I don't
understand?
understand it. I don't understand why niggas check in. You're stupid.
Okay, again.
So the whole premise, and I don't want to understand stupidity. That's how you get roped into it.
Wait.
Once
Look,
you
look,
start,
I try to understand
trying to
everything
figure
around
out
me.
what
I'm not trying to be
the
blind to
stupidity
anything.
that dumb niggas say.
I'm
That
not
is when you
trying to be a
become a dumb
blind
nigga
game
yourself.
changer.
I refuse to deal in
I'm
such
not trying to be
depravity.
blind to anything, bro. I want to know what about my surroundings wherever I go.
So, yo, let me tell you, OG is trying to create this idea or this standard that, yo, we must be concerned about what goes on in the hood because at some point
You don't have to do anything.
Go through. No, hold on. At some point, wherever we are, we're gonna have to pass through the hood. No matter where we are, whatever geographical location, we're gonna have to pass through the hood and deal with the hood niggas at some point. So, you know.
Yeah, the hood is everywhere. Everywhere.
I'm in LA pretty often, bro. I'm in LA pretty often.
Well, pretty often I live here.
Okay, that's great. You decide to pass through the hood. That's your decision.
Again,
I don't
live
pass.
here.
Hold on. I don't. There's nothing whether here in Vegas or even in LA. There's nothing that if you do not want to go to the hood for that you have to. There's no white people talking about, well, we got to fix the trailer park because at some point we got to drive through there and we might get a meth needle stuck in our arm.
Because a trailer park is a place that mostly is just out on its own. It's not on no major street. It's not in California. It's not on no major streets. Wait. It's not on no major streets. It's out on its own. So y'all talking about two different things.
You can drive through a major hood street and just ignore niggas.
Thank you. And that's what I said. Do that.
That is a smart thing to do.
I said that's exactly what I said.
Into the statement that's on the screen. You damn right, Salty Balls. I loved them Skyline Girls when I was a young man, and I loved them St. Mary's Bishop O'Dowd. I love that shit. Every time I seen a chick with braces, I got turned on because I knew she had a father with a dental plan. You goddamn right. You want to know who I didn't fuck with? Those West Oakland bitches. Nasty as fuck, and they always wanted to fight another bitch just because. They come with bruised knuckles talking about, hey, you know any bitches giving you problems? That shit is sick. Yes, I did like higher tier chick, even though I was
you like chicks
a flatland.
You like chicks to make love to dogs. So you can just get
what
the
the
whole story
fuck?
out.
What kind of nasty shit is that?
Okay,
how did you
think you dealing with?
How did you confuse such foolishness when I say I like to deal with human females that come from upper middle class or better, and you talk
That's what they do.
About
that's what they do.
What kind of madness is that?
That's what they do. You don't want to admit to it, but that's what they do.
Because y'all think you think that well-to-do black people are dogs. How fucked up are you? And see, this is why I'm always getting into it with boomers because they try to spread this foolishness to evolving generations. That shit is sick. Listen, it's nothing wrong. It is nothing wrong with a black woman who comes from a intact, well-to-do family. That is my pleasure. If her father was an A's baseball player, that shit turns me on. Fuck with this dude is talking about.
Bernard.
West Oakland chicks. If you go to back in the day, I went to West Oakland and the bitches had their panties drying on a chain link fence. That shit is nasty. It turns me off.
Fuck that.
It game
Well, the
changers.
ones you might have been dealing with didn't even change their panties. So what are you
What the
talking
fuck?
about?
All right,
Hey,
all right.
all this low key, all of this shit low key tells me that black culture hates successful black people.
Exactly.
They
That's
hate
some bullshit.
That's what it comes down
That's the
to.
most asinine
That's
thing
probably
you
dogs.
said since you've been on this damn panel today, bro.
Nah,
because
nah,
black people
because-
do love success.
No,
That's
no,
number
they,
one.
no, because the
Wait.
thing
In general,
about
because
success is
you got to be talking about yourself.
a change
If you
of
say black people as
lifestyle
a whole don't
and
like
a change
success,
of
you gotta be talking about yourself.
your lifestyle change. No, but see, you want
I
the
don't want
success.
anything. I'm just putting
You want the no, let me
reality out there.
talk, bro.
I didn't say one time you
You
had
like
to go through the
like
hood.
you
You had to
guys
be
like
jacked.
the idea of success, but you don't
It's
want
not the
what
idea.
comes
It's the
with it.
reality.
What comes
What's
with
happening
success
now?
is to change the venue, bro.
2023.
Who wants to be
You
successful
can't go
and live with
downtown, Bernard.
successful?
2023. You
The
can't go
people in the
downtown without
hood
having
ain't there 'cause they want to
90,000
be. They
people
there 'cause
who
they
are
have
living
to
on
be.
the street that they consider the hood. You
They
can't go
there 'cause they
downtown
have to
to
be.
these
All right.
multi-million-dollar
What's the matter with this
buildings
guy, man?
that you're trying to get in to have your
OG.
meetings.
All right,
OG.
all right,
Without
all right,
dealing
all right.
with
Let's
the hood element.
let's push pause. Let's push pause for a little bit. I want to see what
Yeah,
Freeman's Journal got on this. But SKC in the building says we was kings and explorers in ish, nigga. Shout out to SKC and thank you for the Umar clip. That I should have did a whole follow-up show just on that clip. But I don't be trying to go at Umar like that. But it probably should have been a Umar follow-up because there was so much stuff in that video on the Daily Wrap-Up crew that we couldn't even get to all of it. But True Hype in the building says, how do so many hate the hood so much yet argue for others, not themselves, to fight to save it on the same accord? Hood is short for neighborhood. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. Soul T Balls in the building says game changer, getting them Skyline, St. Mary's, and Bishop. What is that? O'Dowd? Bishop O'Dowd chicks?
Bishop O'Dowd, yeah.
O'Dowd
It's
chicks?
a private school, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Soti Balls in the building with another one. He says, OG, I grew up in the hood in LA, Watts in particular. That area, Baldwin Hills, have jungle stones, and Ladera Heights has overhill 60s. So let's be real. You have people with money who are anchored by degeneracy.
He know exactly what I was saying then, because he made it. I didn't even say anything about the jungle, and this is what I'm saying is when you come down off that hill, that's what you are facing. You can't get around it unless you got a drone or a helicopter. You got to drive through the streets. That's all I was saying.
Fucking orcs. They're fucking orcs. In his mind, they're just people that surround the castle and keeps. Like, oh, you got to come out sometime. You know what the fuck? So yes,
I'm just a messenger game.
They come out in high-end automobiles and drive past them niggas like every other smart person there is. Why do you think that like Baldwin Hill is that siege full of niggas? Like, no, you can simply.
Do you get what I'm saying, Bernard?
No. I mean, I'm
trying
to pass the mic.
I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying. If you're driving from a place that you have to go through another place to get where you're going at, then how you get around it? That's all I was saying.
And another thing, how come they don't have to drive past each other? How come people from one hood don't have to drive past another hood ever? You ever notice that? How come the Bulls don't have to drive through the Crip neighborhoods, but the people in Baldwin Hills do? You ever notice that? No. They try to keep you trapped. They like to feel like you trapped in blackness, like you trapped in nigga shit. Oh no, you have to deal with that. You can listen me good. You can avoid niggas and niggas your entire damn life if you so choose.
All right. I do want to go to Freeman's Journal. You've been waiting for a little bit. Thank you for your patience. You got the floor. You got the mic. Freeman's Journal.
Oh, hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Now I just want to say in this whole discussion, I think a lot of the people with all this pro-black rhetoric, the thing they can't fake is their address, right? Because that's who you actually have the most in common with, are your neighbors, right? You're going to have similar income, similar education, similar values. That's why you pick that place, right? So if the people that have this rhetoric don't actually live around the people they're advocating for, I think it's all a bunch of BS, in my opinion. So, and you know, the other comment about some of these communities are anchored in degeneracy. That's why you can't do black, right? SKC went over this with PG County, right? You try to have an elite county of black people, and what happened? Guess who showed up? Now the elite blacks of that county are escaping to another county.
Hold
'Cause you
on,
know what's gonna happen in 20 years?
real quick. SKC, if you're listening, or Freedman's Journal, if you can, send me whatever info y'all got on PG County. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't find it. Because SKC brings that up a lot in conversations, and I want to be able to know what he's talking about. So SKC, you're still in the chat. Send me an email, and I got your other email. That's interesting. Maybe me and Hood will do that on Saturday. That other stuff you sent me, but send me that shit too about PG County. I do want to, know what you be talking about that. But all right, cool. Go ahead, Freeman. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. And then no, actually I did a video on this. I'll put a link to it. But basically, you know, it was the black people that were already in California were concerned about the new black people moving in from the South. You know, that's OGJ speed coming in with this. If you're black, get back and all this other nonsense. Black people were just fine in California, living on their own, doing their own thing. And then here they come with all this "you still black" bullshit. I mean, it's been nothing's changed,
Negro,
man.
you don't know me.
Nothing has
You
changed.
don't
My
know
family
me.
got
You
there
don't
in the
know me.
50s.
No, I don't care.
Here,
No, you couldn't go past whole limit. So
click
don't
that
you tell
link.
that
Click
story.
that link I sent in there at
Tell
12:33.
me you wait a minute. Tell me why your
Click that
parents
link,
can't go
Bernard, real
past
quick.
Olympic. Tell me why your parents can go past
Click
Olympic.
that link.
Tell me why your parents couldn't go past Olympic since they was doing so well.
Boy,
your parents couldn't
go
go past Olympic.
No one knows what you're talking about.
I hear crickets.
There was niggas there. I
No
seen the wire.
talking
I
about.
seen the wire, and I'm not sending my kids to Tillman Middle, where ugly bitches slash pretty bitches faces.
I
Fuck
don't
y'all
even
niggas.
know Olympic. I'm not from Los Angeles. I'm from San Diego.
All right, I don't know what's
So I'm
going
assuming
on.
Olympic was
Okay,
a bunch of hood BS.
Okay,
all
That's
right,
what I'm
y'all
assuming.
talking about local California stuff, but Freeman Journal sent me. Yeah. I'm about to pull it up. I'm just giving you. All right, I'm gonna give you a chance to set up what we about to see here. What is this?
We're about to hear a discussion of blacks and interracial mixing in the 1960s in Los Angeles. So
And
you queue it up to like.
Yeah, what I mean, explain the relevance to the interracial mixing. Explain the
Well, no.
relevance.
If you go to 16 seconds, that guy there is OGJ Speed, trying to sow all this pro-black nonsense into
You got
people
me
in
live. Why the
California.
fuck you gotta go look at the film in the 60s, bro? That's disingenuous.
I'm demonstrating. I'm demonstrating to the crowd
You got me
that
live.
you just
Wait
old.
a minute. That's a person shot. No, hell no, but no, that's a personal shot. He got me live. You don't have to try to go back in the 60s.
All right, okay, fair
Deal with
enough.
me right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Deal with me
OG.
right now.
But I mean, it's nothing wrong with pulling up a video from the 60s to show that thought process. To show that it's showing it's demonstrating that it's a thought process and mentality that black people have had for decades.
Because he don't know my mentality. He got to ask me. He's trying to put me on film, but I'm right here personally. If you want to know something about where I think,
hold on,
what I do, wait, but not. I'm telling you, that's totally disingenuous. If you want to know what the fuck I am, who I am, and what I represent, talk to me right now.
All right, OG, this is what we're gonna do, OG. I'm gonna play the video, and you can tell us after the video whether you agree or disagree
would I have to do that?
with the shit on
I'm
here.
just saying that to me that defeats the purpose. If he got an argument with me, he think the way I think. Deal with me right now. Don't play that old sucker ass slick shit you trying to play just because you on the goddamn panel. Deal with me right now.
He gonna deal with you right now, and I'm gonna play the video.
He's trying to do this slick shit.
You're deflecting from the video.
Okay. Then
video
then
is
you play
playing.
The videos, there's no hands bars when you take this video down because I'm gonna go in on his ass then.
All right,
okay?
fair enough. All right, video playing in 3, 2, 1.
The basic frame of reference, the basic value system of American culture says positively, unequivocally, if you're black, get back. If you're white, you're right. If you're brown, stick around.
May I interrupt you?
Yes.
I am neither black nor white. Where do I go?
Well, you are what we would call in the French, I guess, and perhaps this is the reason why French is the language of diplomacy. You are neither come see nor come saw. You are quelque chose in the middle.
This is where the white man is wrong about this integration thing. He seems
Yeah,
to
that's
be
cool.
of the opinion that we
All
have
right.
to
So
So the whole thing is what I wanted to demonstrate is this thought process is nothing new. This video is 60 years old. You understand? 60 years old, and it's the same shit. Same shit. We just all one black monolith, and you got to be concerned about this. All these Negroes over here that you have nothing in common with. Please get out of here with that, man. It's just dumb. It's
well,
dumb.
it
How
may
not
All right.
fat the
Jay
women were.
Hill, real quick. Jay
how
Hill,
not
thank you.
fat the
Real quick. Jay Hill, thank you for the $3 super sticker. Do appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who's supporting the stream. All right, go ahead, whoever that was trying to talk.
No, I just want to
Okay.
point out, look at how not fat the women were.
Okay, again, because they was having a black man talk to him, it let y'all tell. But let me put it this way, all right? If you're not working in the black community, but you are complaining about the black community, that's like people who say to me, people who say, well, I don't like the way the politicians are doing this, and I don't like the way the government is doing this, but they're never involved in the process. And what I'm saying is, if you go complain about, we go get up here day to day and complain about our situation, and we go just try to stick to one or two problems when we know there's many levels of our problems. Why complain about something you're not going to be involved in?
Okay, so the reason is because that's Dr. Umar talking shit about us, me in particular. That's Dr.
I ain't him call your name.
No, I'm saying he
I ain't him
described
call
me.
your name.
He described me. He might as well said that
He
nigga
described
with the chest
you.
piece. He might as well have said that nigga with the chest piece.
Too easy
When
to
he
describe.
when he's trying to hold black men accountable, he's coming at me.
You never even declared you were black, bro. So how do we know? We don't know who you are. We don't know who the fuck you are. Really,
No. I'm an extremely
we
dark-skinned
really
white
don't.
person.
We really don't
But
know.
call
who
me
you are.
what you want to.
I don't know because
he
you
was
never
coming
cammed
at
up.
me,
So I don't know
and
who you
therefore
are.
I have every sense to retaliate.
So he didn't describe you. He don't
Notice,
know who you
notice how
are.
people like that can go all over the place trying to hold black people
Dr.
accountable.
Umar know
But
who
guess what?
Game
Now
Changer
it's
is.
his turn. Now it's
You
his
know who
turn
he is because you seen him.
to call
But,
that
Umar don't know who
foolishness
this
accountable.
person
No,
is.
it is ridiculous talk, and we do
No,
not
it's not
have to
ridiculous.
deal with
You're
such
not a part of it, so
Yeah,
why
yeah,
should you
exactly.
worry about it?
No.
This is what I'm
You're
saying.
not gonna silence
Bernard,
us while niggas from the
Bernard,
outside
if
try to
you
talk
are not a part of
try
the
to talk
process,
reckless
why are you
about
worried
us.
about what
We
Dr.
have
Umar
no
is talking about?
obligation. Listen, just last night I was watching on movie night. I was watching the movie Lottery Ticket with Little Bow Wow. And spoiler alert, the young dude won like $309 million, and he felt that he had to give back to the hood. Nigga, what? You don't owe them motherfuckers shit. You know, they chasing you down the street, whooping your ass, taking your ticket and shit, and then at the end you like, oh yeah, we gonna give back. Fuck them niggas. You owe them nothing. You fly over that hood with a motherfucking helicopter to go to better places. See, this is that African. This is that shit. We cannot. We are too damn loyal to the soil. That is ridiculous. You do not have to deal with somebody who is
You're attacking this man. He don't even know your
mind
name.
than you are.
You're attacking this man. He don't even know your name, and he's not even talking about you. Matter of fact, he don't even know your ass exists.
So what?
So what I'm just saying is,
I know.
so why you so,
I know his.
If you're not part of the
am going to
process,
talk shit.
why are you
okay? Just like if
like
I want to talk shit about and how often do you talk about white supremacy and you think they know your black ass?
They do know me.
They do know me. I have
they do know me.
but
they do know me. See, that's
they
the problem.
do not know you.
They
Ain't
do
nobody
know
thinking
me.
about OG.
No.
White
They
people
do.
are not
Wait.
gathering together
They don't
in
know
a
me as
conclave
OG.
thinking about
They
like,
don't
oh
know me
yeah,
back-
this is
they
how I'm
don't
gonna
know me
fuck with
as
OG
OG,
this
but
morning.
they know me.
No, they are not
Bro,
burning
they
crosses
know
wishing
me.
no ass was on it.
Bro,
They are not thinking about you. But
I
guess
tell
what?
you again,
You think
I
about
tell you
them,
again,
and
I tell you
I
again,
have each and
I tell
every
you again, I
single
don't
right
wake up and
to
think about white supremacy.
and talk about a nigga I don't like. And Dr.
Oh, you
Umar
want me to
Johnson
cut
just so
my
happened to
mic
be
up? That's
the
what you're
nigga
trying
of
to
the
do.
day
That's
that
what
I
you
don't
really want
like.
me to do.
And I'm gonna after this show, I'm gonna go on my channel and talk more shit. Why? Because I like talking shit about boomers that don't
And who
think
told you
correct
that?
and
And who
right.
told you that?
All
And
right.
who told you that? Who
All right.
cares?
calling for a ceasefire on that note, because GC, if you about to go like, oh well, shit, right when I'm about to wrap it up. Omega Dress Gaming Channel came through, dropped $20 on it. Do appreciate that. He said, I'm selfish. Kill all that black and white supremacy. Payback China or Wuhan. Well, Wuhan. All right. Omega Dress Gaming Channel came out of left field with China and Wuhan. All right, cool. We with it. All right. Thank you for that super chat. Do appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, one, go over and check out Game Changer, who's about to go live. But what I also want you to do, are you going live at 10:30 tonight?
No, 10:30 in 45 minutes.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, make sure y'all go over and check out Game Changer going live, doing the follow-up. Maybe OG, you should pull up on Game Changer every now and then.
Oh, we did a movie night one night, and that was about it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Game Changer's cool. He go on one sometime, but I do too. So, but he's cool though. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if you ain't part of the process, then you don't have to worry about none of this shit. You know what I mean?
All right.
But we talk about, but now how much we talk about?
I don't.
But now how much we talk about over here?
Umar comes and tells me, no. When
Y'all just mad at Dr. Umar. Y'all mad at him because he got in school now. Y'all mad at him because y'all wanted him to fail. Y'all wanted him to fail. Y'all wanted him to fail.
Dr. Umar came and said,
y'all wanted him to fail.
Dr. Umar is trying to make
shots at him all the time. I mean, he was con artist and all this other bullshit.
That is not my problem.
You can't attack him on that. You have to go back and just get a film 20 years when he was 20 years younger to attack him on that, because you can't attack him on the schools now.
No, that ain't what happened. Hold on, wait, time out. Let me make something very clear.
Yeah.
Only thing that the reason Umar came back in circulation, because he went on the Daily Wrap Up crew and they had basically a pro-black versus black manosphere type of argument. Not saying that those guys are black manosphere, but they sort of argued a lot of the points that a lot of us would argue. And so that's why it became relevant on our timeline. And so something that he said on there did kind of coincide, contradict, or fly in the face of his previous comment about going in the hood and putting people down for good. And so,
but he was young, Bernard. He was young. Wait. We see a lot of things when we are younger, bro.
I get it.
We get more seasoned.
I get it. I understand completely. But no, we're not trying to just dig up some dirt on him to take a shot at him, because I didn't even know that his school was fully up and done. I didn't.
But is it?
Because because we don't.
But is it?
Wait. Stop. We don't. You know why you don't know, Bernard? Because every time that we get the same rules of this conversation over here, it's the same rules we use on every level. If it's something negative and if it's somebody we don't like, it's the first news we want to report. But if it's something positive, we don't know when it happened. I didn't know that was going on. So that's what I'm saying is it's this mentality with us, all of us. We have the same mentality.
All right. Listen, I just want to make it clear. The only reason his name came in circulation because he took a stab at trying to refute some of the arguments that we make. It wasn't just let's dig up some negative dirt to just kick some dirt on a black man who's trying to build a school. That's not what was going on. We calling him out. We calling him out for the simping bullshit that we hearing, the simping and pandering and shitting on black men bullshit that he was doing. But go ahead, keep it 100. You can get a word in before we get up out here. Go ahead.
No, his school is not.
I
don't want the last word, but his school is not open. Let's just establish.
His school.
Let's not pretend. Hold on. Let's not pretend that there's black boys sitting in Dr. Umar's school right now today learning. That's not true.
It's summertime, bro. Summertime.
From what I understand, that he finally got, the HVAC, the plumbing, and the electric, whatever he needed to get it functional and up to code. He got that's what he's saying he got done. And if he do, that's wonderful. And if when September roll around, school year start back, if his boys in there learning, he's gonna pull.
All right,
but I want y'all to give him the same
projecting. He's projecting Kwanzaa 2023. That's what he said.
I still want y'all. Wait a minute. I still want y'all to project the same sentiments that y'all did in negative when you do something positive. I think this is
I
part
will.
of. Wait. I know you will, Bernard. I know you will.
That's why we show love to King Randall, who's at that school.
Hey, I know you will, Bernard. But I'm saying up and down these YouTube streets that is associated with this right here, they're not going to do it. You're going to do it. That's what makes you unique.
Well, there's nothing there's nothing you can do about that, man. I mean, you can't do anything about detractors, right? You cannot do anything, and neither can he. You cannot do anything about people who are going to detract. But I think overwhelmingly, brothers do want him to succeed because what he has done is a very noble idea. The only problem with it is that people have not seen the things that he said is happening happen. That is the problem. I don't think people want him to fail.
But most of the people don't understand when you are doing something totally that has never been done before. We're not talking about a private school. We're talking about an independent school. Something that has never been done here. So do you understand all the trials and the tribulation he had to go through? It's a major difference, bro. It's a major difference. And this is what I'm saying. It's not understanding. Okay.
Stop telling us what we don't understand.
Well, I don't think it matters.
I know you know.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if we understand it or not. He needs to be the one to understand it.
Women. I think it
him, not us.
Women. TP, I'm gonna say this one thing. You and Bernard are businessmen. I really don't know what Game Changers do, and I don't know what my brother Marcus do. Okay, but these two guys, I do know they do have a business. Okay, if they have to tell you, if Bernard had to tell you how he had to go and do his thing with his studio, yeah, it shouldn't matter. But the things he had to go through, TP, the things you have to go through are hiring people, trying to get people on that job, and all the things that make your business run. You know the things you have to go through. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, when people are doing something brand new that never been done before, and knowing there's all kinds of stops in the way that normally you don't have in business, people decide they have to call the Vatican and say, hey, look, we can't sell them that school. Well, why not? We just can't sell them. Or when people go through and say, well, I'm going to hold this for you, and then I'm going to sell it to somebody else, a Chinaman or whatever. See, this is what I'm saying is, in anything that we do in life, there's always certain levels that certain things, when people are being pro-black, we have to go through. Y'all don't even have to go through it. Y'all don't.
All right.
We got back up a taste. Just a taste. Just give me some room. Hey. Okay, the door's gonna slam about now.
Nah, I'm good. Hey, look, I wait for the next comment. I wait for the next one.
We got to roll. We got to get up out of here. But shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody supporting the stream. Make sure y'all go and support Machismo TV.
Welcome to Machismo TV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Subscribe to Machismo TV and Saul T-Balls. We stream daily from 12 midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the best male-centric content. Highlight reels without reviewing or providing any editorial bias to the content. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.